boys in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers! Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers! Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
It's the Pizza Party Podcast. I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people?
I'm Jim.
I just ate so many Cheetos.
Who am I? I forget.
That's them, alright. And who do we have next here?
Me, Ken. Hello.
No, the
Hi,
other person.
I'm new to the podcast. I'm Ken. I'm Ken Thinks. I have a Tumblr.
Not you.
Wow, even his mic doesn't want him to talk.
Hello.
I'm Norbert, and I host another cartoon podcast called Saturday Morning Block Party, and it's not as fun as this one.
Yeah, Jim also starred on there, and I one time I was on there as an interview person.
Yeah.
I'll link to that below.
It's a good podcast.
Welcome, Norbert. Welcome to the fuck house.
Yay!
So anyway, right now I'm sick with the flu and whatever and have diarrhea. So if I run out during the podcast, you'll know why. Yeah. Had a time.
Pan's dedicated to his craft.
Yeah, I need money. But anyway, the next video, well, of course, it's time for another top 10, but it'll be secret since I'm surprised no one else has done this by now, but you'll see when it comes out because I don't want people stealing my ideas and whatever.
Top 10 cripples in animation.
No, there's only
Can you tell us and then bleep it?
Oh yeah, it's actually top 10.
Oh, I like that idea.
Gay.
Yeah, but like, I guess if top 10 cripples, I mean, you could have Pelswick,
No,
you can have Wheels from the Burger King Kids Club.
Top 10 prostitutes in cartoons.
I don't know, a few things that I put in were like the remake by Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, that is a thankful one. I'd like to add.
Yeah, it was going to be in that style of like Mars Needs Moms or Polar Express with realistic people, CG people, and they look terrible.
Too bad that never happened.
Good.
That was like when that got canceled. I think I had a party for myself.
I'm glad that's never coming out.
Robert Zemeckis is just like is sitting on a street corner going, "We'll make uncanny 3D people for food."
Mars Needs Moms wasn't so bad. I made Beowulf. Come on.
Moms needs money.
Oh. Doe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never seen Mars Needs Moms. Is it any good or is it awful?
No.
I didn't stoop to that level.
No.
All I see was Polar Express or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
Polar
remember. I remember being
Express.
bored watching it. I remember being bored.
Yeah. Tom Hanks can kiss my ass.
I did
All I
see a 4D theater with Polar Express, like a 4D experience, and it was only 15 minutes, and it was pretty cool, but it was mostly because of the 4D stuff, not because of the movie.
Because they cut it down to 15 minutes.
Yeah, they cut it down to 15 minutes. I was like, hey, if they made this a short, but then I thought, like, the book's not long, so it should have just been a holiday special. It wasn't like a movie. You know, you have to kind of look at what you're adapting, but obviously they didn't do that. They just went money.
They cut down a 90-minute animated movie to 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Did that feel jarring?
No, because that movie sucks balls. But
Oh, okay.
that movie, I hate that. I really hate that movie. But like they cut it down, but it's like they basically left in everything that was in the book, and the book's like the book's really short. It's like a picture book, you know.
And
so
Well, searching out a children's book into a full movie can be pretty hard. But one of the few ones that actually did it right was How to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah. I never saw that.
I would like to animation, even if I haven't seen it.
Because I'm such a big fan of Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Yeah, I forgot they did that.
Oh yeah, those guys are awesome. I loved Clone High.
Yeah. They also, if you watch the first season of How I Met Your Mother, they wrote on that. And there's a lot of, if you watch it, you can tell which jokes are theirs.
Mm-hmm. So, like,
they also worked on the Lego movie.
Yeah, but hey, we have news about the Lego movie. Let's get into the news.
That was such a great segue. Let's give everybody a round of applause.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh.
Ken, not again.
Oh. I thought you said flapping, not clapping.
So news. Nolan, you report this because you knew about it. I don't know.
All right. Jason Segel and some other dude is working on another Lego movie.
Which
Wait,
okay, the
like
director.
Jason Segel or Jason
Jason
Segel?
Segel, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about a different person. I didn't mean to be a dick.
But the director of the movie is going to be Rob Schraub of SCUD. He wrote the show. I mean, wrote the comic book SCUD, the Disposable Assassin, which is one of my favorite comics that I was reading earlier a few weeks ago for the first time. And let me just say, it's like Earthworm Jim, the Crank movies, and Bubble Bo put together.
Wow. He also.
Actually-
what were you going
Actually,
to
it's
say?
Drew
Sorry.
Pierce, not Rob.
Oh, Rob Schraub. I'm sorry. Rob Schraub's doing Lego Movie 2.
Yeah.
Rob
Yeah,
Schneider.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is a spin-off called The Billion Brick Race. So far, here are all the Lego movies that are coming out.
Wait, multiple Lego movies?
The Ninjago
there's-
movie, the Batman movie that's going to be with Lego Movie canon, Lego Movie 2,
Aren't they
and The
just gonna
Billion
be,
Brick Race.
Are they just going to be like straight to video?
No,
No,
they're all coming out in theaters.
What? Oh.
2016 is going to be Ninjago. Lego Batman's going to be 2017, and 2018 is going to be Lego Movie 2, and this movie is going to be coming out eventually. So
Oh, that sounds
Is
like
this going to
too
be
much.
like the Avengers or whatever?
Is this going to be an extended universe?
No, it's kind of a shared universe, but I didn't get the it didn't seem like it like leads to each Lego movie like the Avengers do.
Oh, you don't know that? At the very end, they're just going to combine.
Watch,
They
there are
could. They
Avengers
might. They
Lego
might
movie
do it. I mean, the whole shared universe thing, because even Transformers is going to have a shared universe now.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they announced that too. Like,
What are they going to share it with?
yeah,
Just themselves, because everyone thought, oh, that means with G.I. Joe, because in the cartoons, G.I. Joe, and even in the comics, G.I. Joe and Transformers had a shared universe. But this blowing nose thing, it's really
I'll cut it out.
You should. you
no,
should
it's okay.
like-
It's okay.
I mean,
It's
I'll edit it out.
It's just funny. But so yeah, everyone thought they'd cross over with G.I. Joe because there is a lot of crossover in the cartoons and comics, but they're not. It's just Transformers, and no one's sure are they going to have like a Bumblebee movie and an Optimus movie. But I saw at the end of the last Transformers, Optimus went off into space to like fight somebody or something. So I guess they theoretically could have an Optimus Prime movie, and they could have it come back, but I don't know. I think shared universe, unless you're like with Marvel and you have it all planned out, it's a little silly.
Yeah, at this point, it just feels like it's just companies trying really hard just to get that Avengers money.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't you guys want to see the Transformers fight the GoBots and Rock Lords?
Oh, all their knockoffs together.
Well,
Yeah.
Hasbro said they're doing a GoBots movie, so that could happen.
Oh, please no.
Imagine though a Hasbro extended universe like My Little Pony, Transformers.
Oh my god, I would love that. It would be like we could finally do that anti-drug 80s PSA thing as a live action movie.
Yes.
If whoever is planning that, contact me. I will write it, star in it, direct it. I will be that kid. It's not going to work. Make it sense, but I will have an amazing time. I will do whatever you want, but it has to be like Reagan era anti-drug. I don't want any of this anti-bullying bullshit.
That's,
Michael Underdillo should be in there. Garfield too. You gotta have
like-
the whole team.
Hey man, bullying's not cool, and everybody just goes and beats him up.
yeah, fuck you. Kill the those two racist bots yet again. The twins, if you remember those guys.
Oh, geez.
No, Twilight Sparkle like shoots magic at them and they explode, and then she goes, "This time, friendship is not magic." Da 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 da
Superman.
da.
Do.
I don't care about these shared universes anymore. Just make a movie. Who cares? What's the point of rebooting? What's the point of giving an extended universe to Transformers? What else could they do? It's all gonna be the same.
Well, they're going to still make them because they're always really profitable. They're like hugely successful movies. So, but they don't even know who's directing the next ones because Michael Bay said he's not coming back.
Oh, just
so
fuck
that's,
everything. Who cares?
it's going to be, I don't know, those Transformers movies, like the cartoon was the best one and the rest of them have been like, I don't give a shit about the humans. Like when I was a kid and I watched the cartoons, with like a bunch of other kids, we'd always scream and yell at like, get the humans off the screen, no one cares. Like nobody liked those characters. And if like someone came back in time to the 90s and was like, if someone came back in time in
And
Turn away from the mic.
you gotta stop. Yeah, just mute your
If
fucking
someone-
mic.
Have some common etiquette, you faggot.
I'm not even sure if he's doing it on purpose. Like every time I start. Okay, let me try to get this thought out. If someone came and I thought he was going to do it. Okay, if
Well,
someone
Dick-
came
Jim, you
back in
should just
time,
like Bugs Bunny did in that one short.
wait, which short?
Let Jim finish.
Okay, if someone came back in time and sat down and told me and all my friends in the 90s that there's going to be a live-action Transformers movie and it's going to mainly star humans, we would have cried. It's just like, there's no way a kid would want that from the 80s. They want to see giant robots fight each other. Why not make it like 90 minutes of robots fighting? That would be cool, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
mainly it's just so the audience can relate to the humans, I guess.
I mean, that's like if they made a Godzilla movie and it was mainly about the humans and Godzilla only shows up at the end. I mean, who would like that movie?
Oh.
What if
No,
they,
I like that movie, but it is a little like what the fuck.
well, what if the next Transformers movies they do have humans, except they happen to step on the humans by accident every so often, so each time they replace the human with someone completely different.
God
Like-
bless.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Mark Wahlberg. Did you need that arm?
Whoops.
In the background of every scene, you just hear humans screaming and crying.
Oh my God, my legs! Now you can be more like us Autobots.
We can give you wheels on your legs. Now you can park closer to the entrance of any store.
You can be a wheelchair bot.
Oh, is there a Transformer that turns into a wheelchair? There has to be.
The only thing you can transform into is sadness.
Oh.
It transforms into a pacemaker.
It's horrible. But the other news.
Transform into a coffin.
Oh. Robot Chicken did that.
Damn it.
Hey.
Do you think the Freiberg and Seltzer movies have an extended universe?
What movies are those?
Disaster movie, epic movie.
Meet the
Oh,
Spartans.
I don't think they're allowed to make those. Wasn't there? Remember there was that congressional hearing?
Yeah,
And
I remember when
Obama came out and goes, I'm sick of every time there's a new kind of movie, they make a parody of it. This is a terrible Obama impression. I'm stopping. I'm sorry. Let's just forget.
My
Move.
fellow Americans, it's all the Republicans' fault.
God
Is that,
damn.
that's Obama? That's Obama?
Oh, yeah, fuck.
I don't know.
That's more
I
clear.
tried.
Obama would pretty
Well, I
much.
mean, Ken's black. Ken, you're black. You do an impression of Obama.
Ken's black.
God.
My fellow Americans.
Ken's a robot.
Yeah,
I'm
you
really
guys.
black.
Ken's a black robot.
I always pictured
He's the new skits in Mudflap.
I always pictured Bender being a black robot.
Well, no,
Yeah, he's
Bender's
voiced by God.
Spanish.
All
His
right,
last name's
yeah.
Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, he's Spanish. His last name like Hernandez. or
God damn it, the topic is supposed to be Futurama and you already fucked it up.
Oh, we could have had a good transition here, but we shot too soon.
Yeah, good job. Just go blow your nose again.
Yeah. Hey, other news. Did anyone see the trailer to the new Pixel movie?
No.
Pac-Man's a bad guy? Incoming! Donkey Kong. It's just a barrel. How bad can it hurt?
The only way to take down Pac-Man is with ghosts.
You want ghosts? These are your ghosts.
Oh, yeah! We're the only ones who can do this! I'm kidding. We are all gonna die.
Okay, so if you saw the thing, it's an Adam Sandler film with all his Adam Sandler friends, and what happens is aliens attack the Earth, and they send in pixelated monsters like Pac-Man or Donkey Kong and
Space Invaders, maybe.
Space Invaders maybe.
They
And-
stole a Futurama joke.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much the exact same episode as that one Futurama episode where where those pixel people started attacking. I love that episode. But
Well,
yeah,
you know, it's based on a short film that they bought the rights to.
yeah, I remember a while back someone made a short film just called Pixels or Pixels Attack or whatever, and then I heard, hey, Adam Sandler's making a full movie on this, and I'm like, why him?
Well, the thing that sucks is the people who wrote it are Adam Sandler screenwriters. They've written like Grown Ups and stuff. So even though people are keep going like, oh well, Chris Columbus directed it, I'm like, yeah, but look at everyone else who worked on it is the worst ever. So, and Chris Columbus like he hasn't made anything good since the first Harry Potter movie. I mean, how long ago was that? Come on,
2000 something.
2001. Yes,
Yeah.
2001.
So what has he done other than Harry Potter?
Well, he did Home Alone and Home Alone 2. And,
wow.
Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh, I love that
and
movie.
Mrs.
what a
Doubt.
class.
He did Mrs. Doubtfire. And
So he
I
has
think
pretty good
he did
film repertoire.
Bicentennial. Well, he has a
He
good.
is so 90s.
He has a lot of big hits, but he's like a real studio director. Like you can't tell. I mean, the big names I mentioned, you'd know he directed them because he's a big deal because of those. But you couldn't like put on a random movie that I didn't mention and know he directed it unless I told you. You know what I mean? He's not like Tim Burton. You put on a Tim Burton, you know who directed it. You know what I mean? Or Tarantino or whatever.
The guy that ruined Alice in Wonderland. Yep.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Quentin Tarantino?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought you said Tim Burton.
No, I was joking.
I can't wait till that Dumbo Tim Burton remake.
I don't want
Oh
to.
man, what a hit.
I'm too tired of ranting about that to rant about it anymore.
Hopefully the
It
mouse will be
upsets me
played
so.
by Johnny Depp.
But yeah, the Pixels movie, I thought it kind of seems like a YouTube parody more than an actual film.
Hopefully no one will see it because none of the kids recognize those characters.
It's
They're
like-
really cool. Where's Call
they-
of Duty?
What's that? Donkey Kong.
Does everyone want a video game Roger Rabbit? There seems to be a real need for it, but didn't Wreck-It Ralph kind of did it, but not exactly? And it's like, I don't get the Pixels thing, but Sony has a lot of money riding on it. And it was actually, and this is a fact that's going to disturb everyone, it was actually, that trailer was viewed as many times in its first week as the last Avengers trailer was.
Well, there's a lot of gamers online on the internet, so they'll check stuff out like that. I don't know how many kids will check out.
I remember reading the comment and someone saying, how come they're only doing old games? How come they can't put in Call of Duty or something?
Well, it does feel like somebody who hasn't been to an arcade or played a video game since the early 80s. So like, that's the part about it I really dislike. It's like, yeah, these are video games, man. Have they made anything since Donkey Kong? Probably not, right? It's like all the same.
Yeah, I mean, I like the concept. I just don't like that it's Adam Sandler.
Yeah, if it wasn't an Adam Sandler movie, I would be a little more excited. But as soon as I realized it's pretty much an Adam Sandler movie directed by a bigger, better director, then I was like, oh, never mind. But if it was like a real a better screenwriter, I'd be a little more excited.
I mean,
Come on, guys. Adam Sandler has done some good stuff like, shit.
hey, Hotel
Hey,
Transylvania.
Punch Drunk Love is really good. I will say that.
I like Hotel Transylvania since that was more of Gendy Tartakovsky's work than Adam Sandler's.
Billy Madison?
Well, I think was it after Waterboy? I feel like nobody likes any.
I like Click.
I don't mind Click. I'm down with the Click. It made me
Angel of
cry.
Death.
Well, it didn't make me cry, but it made me think about crying, which is pretty much
Made
like
me
all
think
his
about
movies.
crying because it was so bad.
Oh.
And he turned down Inglourious Bastards.
What?
Thank God.
He was gonna be I think it was Eli Roth's part, and he was like, no, I only do if I can't wear cargo shorts, I'm not interested. So
What?
it was something, but Tarantino was like really wanted him to be in it as one of the the Inglourious Bastards killing people and stuff, and he didn't do it. True story.
That's my
Kind of like he always tries to get big people, like how Will Smith was supposed to be Django, but wouldn't do that either. So,
Oh yeah, Pixels. Good idea. Terrible people behind it.
Also, if Josh Gad's in your movie and it's not animated, not a good sign. Josh Gad, you know in Boondocks they had this thing where there was that one that if Morris Chestnut was in a movie, it was automatically awful. In the comic strip Boondocks, they had that gag. Josh Gad is the Morris Chestnut of 2015 because like anything he's in that's live action looks horrendously awful. Like he looks like he's probably a good actor, but yeah, I compared him to Morris Chestnut. Bring out the big gun references, guys.
Okay.
Jim is edgy this podcast. Holy shit.
Yeah, people were like, damn, he's throwing the Morris Chestnut gauntlet down. Boom.
Yeah, he had his coffee this morning.
Oh, just yeah, I felt bad. I felt bad about that last. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, next bit of news. Sadder news. The studio Soup to Nuts has closed down.
What the fuck was that? I don't know.
They're known for Word Girl, Dr. Kratz Therapist, and
Dr. Kratz,
and also home movies.
Oh no, I like home movies.
I can't hear you over the sound of all these crickets.
That's good soup. That studio.
That's sad because did they have something to do with Lucy, Daughter of the Devil?
I don't think so. That's CG, so no. They mostly do flash animation.
I really liked that show, but it didn't last very long.
I didn't watch that much of it, but I love the style of it. They all look like vinyl figures. They all look very smooth.
Yeah, it was a cool. I liked how every episode you never knew whose perspective each episode was going to be. It was a little too weird, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like it. I just like the style of it and whatever haircut that girl Lucy has. Whatever it's called. Is that a pixie cut? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I don't know. She has the same hair as Jammer Lammy, which I need to draw a character with style. So. For horrible reasons. But yeah, Soup to Nuts is gone.
That sucks. I like home movies.
Yeah, I mean...
Dr. Katz is good too.
What have they done since home movies?
I don't know.
They had that show on Noggin that was like a kid show with everyone from home movies on it that I never watched.
I forget what it was called. It also had that wiggle... They call it squiggle vision.
Yeah, they invented that, I thought.
Well, I think... No, oh yeah. They
were pre-editing it.
Yeah, Dr. Kratz came out like 93, 94.
What is going on? Why do you keep saying that?
What?
You keep calling
Dr.
it Dr. Kratz. It's Dr. Katz.
Oh, oops. I don't know.
God, are you
saying
serious?
Dr. Krabs?
Are you that sick?
I'm sick.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have given. Sorry,
Who's
Pam.
Dr. Kratz?
Jim, you're too nice. Just lay into him. Just fuck him up.
No, it's okay.
Shit
I'm
out of
sorry. I'll send you a hug through Skype.
Stop sending people hugs.
No, send him Bill O'Reilly's kids book.
What, Bill O'Reilly has a kid's book?
Oh yeah, I told Nolan about that this
Me
week.
and Jim were talking about it last night. Bill O'Reilly wrote the No Spin Zone for kids.
What's it about?
It literally is just
Oh, what
Go
were
on,
you gonna
Jim.
say? Oh, it's just an advice book for kids. But the real funny thing about it is he was going through a sex scandal right when it was coming out, so it totally bombed. Not that it should have done well, but it was this sex scandal where he left obscene voicemails and told this girl to I think it was, and I don't remember it that well, but I think it was he was asked her to basically masturbate with a loofah, and then. Or no, I think he thought loofah was a falafel. I don't remember. But the point is that
I want you to jack your veggie mook with that falafel. Do it live.
Oh.
But yeah, so there was a Bill O'Reilly kids book, and I was obsessed with possibly buying it, but it was just anytime I was in a bookstore, I had to go to the kids section, find this book, and then I'd leave it in a display counter and walk out.
Yeah, I mean, it's always weird to go through the kids section when you're 20 or whatever. I don't know. It's I don't want.
It's easy for me.
For those interested in buying Bill O'Reilly's children's book, you can find it now on Amazon for 50 cents.
Really? Cool.
Jim, I linked it to you last night.
No, I'm telling. This is for the audience. I was saying.
God,
I'm trying to sell it for the audience.
you broke
Oh,
the
only
fucking
50 cents.
If
you know
anyone
what?
buys
Right,
that
You
book,
have no salesmanship.
if
Boy,
you
it's-
if you take a picture, if you buy that book and take a picture of it, I will have 50 cents of respect for you.
Do they get the 50 cents?
No, it's like a just respect. I'll just go. I'll reblog it probably.
Oh, well.
No, didn't you guys hear about the new form of internet currency called respect points?
What?
Anytime you do something really fucking stupid or edgy online, you can donate respect points and you can use it to redeem cool merchandise. Didn't you guys know about this?
Bitcoin and Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Wait, what's dope coin?
It's like Bitcoin, except it's a meme, but it's literally real currency.
Oh, well, I never heard of that. I don't know what's going on with kids today.
Crazy kids in their cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, soup to nuts. Oh, yeah, and they also did Science Court, if anyone remembers Science Court.
The
Oh,
only
maybe
science
that was
show
the
that
kid
matters
show.
is Sid the Science Kid.
I don't know what that is, but hey, remember Bill Nye, the science guy?
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter. T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Was he kind of like Pee Wee Herman? He was caught jerking off in the theater or
No,
something?
when did that happen? That's a lie.
That was Pee Wee Herman.
Are you not supposed to jerk off in a pornographic theater or what?
The cops in that area knew about that theater, and every time their ticket quota was low, they would just go into that theater and bust a bunch of guys who were jerking off to the porno movies. So it was like a total, like they did it all the time, and Paul Rubens just happened to be there that day, and so he got busted.
Yeah, like at least just to have a rule like where you bring a courtesy sock or something.
That was the rule when I went to solve Frozen.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Sorry. I just thought of like what kids movie will this work best for? Oogie Loves. I mean, that would be
Are
worse.
we recording?
You could do whatever you want in Oogie Loves.
You could just strip naked in Oogie Loves and just be like, nobody's here, so it doesn't matter.
Unfortunate.
That's such a fucking buzzkill though, like fucking cop assholes.
Yeah. Well, I
This
do
is
know
why
that.
Ferguson happened.
Whoa. Wait. Ferguson from Clarissa Explains It All.
Oh.
Has anyone made that joke yet?
Wow.
If not, I think I deserve a prize.
Only true 90s kids will get that.
But the
Jim, here's your prize. It's a pointy white robe. Wearing brown.
Oh.
actually, you know what? Ferguson, the the guy who played Ferguson, I think is like super conservative now. So I bet you.
God damn it.
That was the biggest fucking train wreck of any podcast ever.
I mean, it's a porn theater. Like, what do you expect to happen?
I mean, I guess
God.
it's because you're not supposed to masturbate in public.
Sir,
It's a
this is a
private
wholesome
space,
Christian
though, kind of.
establishment.
Aren't like movie theaters considered private properties?
Depending on what kind of like rent the law it is or what land it's on, maybe. I could just be talking out of my ass, though.
Yeah, he was set up. Pee Wee Herman was framed.
Yeah. Although I do know to ruin this theory that he's like, I don't know. I know he got in trouble for like kind of kiddie porn and stuff later.
I don't think that happened.
Because it was him and a bunch of those actors in the Tim Burton movies and one of them got in jail for it. Shit, what's his name?
Because I never heard anything.
No, I know. Hold on. This is gonna take me a lot of Wikipedia, so maybe not. But I remember it happened, and he was brought up, and he and I think he escaped it, but he's been brought up on it a couple times.
Damn.
Unfortunately. Oh yeah, in 2002, it's on his Wikipedia. The police were at his home with a search warrant, and it was Jeffrey Jones who got arrested, and they found 70,000 items of kitsch memorabilia, 2 grainy videotapes, and dozens of photographs that are characterized as a collection of child pornography.
Oh,
Wow. I did not know about that.
But in 2004, the child pornography charges were dropped in exchange for Ruben's guilty plea to a lesser charge. So, I mean, I don't know what these things were. I haven't researched it enough, but I know, yeah. One was the Rob Lowe sex tape. Sorry, I'm just
Let's go
reading
on
out
another
loud.
topic. Hey.
sorry.
Oh, hey, they're making a live-action CG hybrid film for either fall of 2016 or spring of 2017. They're bringing back the California Raisins.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I can't hear you guys over the sound of the fucking crickets.
Steve Buscemi as a California raisin.
Wait, is that true? Steve Buscemi is going to be a
No,
California.
Who
But they
else?
wouldn't need makeup.
Yeah, just paint them purple and you're done. Like, I mean,
Oh,
if
geez.
anyone watching this, and if you don't know what the California Raisins are, they were like these mascots just for raisins, and they were on commercials, and Michael Jackson did a song with them, and they had cartoons and comics and everything in the 80s.
They were
And
awesome.
they used Jack Black to convince people to smoke raisins.
I don't know about that part, but
What?
It's
What
from
is
Clone
go-
High.
what?
It's a plot from Clone High.
Oh, okay. they you know the guy who the studio that became Leica was the studio that made the California Raisins.
oh man, are they gonna come back to make the California Raisins movie?
I don't know, but it was like a different guy, and he did that in the Noid from
Oh,
Domino's Pizza.
Oh
And
yeah,
he did a bunch of and he did the PJs.
oh yeah, I love that show. But if anyone doesn't know what the Noid is, that's another '80s mascot where it's this pizza fucker who would ruin your pizzas, and apparently that's supposed to be a mascot.
Avoid the Noid.
Oh, he had a video game, and that's about it. But California Raisins, look them up and look how unappealing they are.
I thought that I had the little action figures. I was really into them because
So
they were
did my mom.
they just did Motown songs, and it was just it was because people like if you like Motown, why not have them sung by a bunch of raisins?
Why? Well, of all the things to bring back.
Isn't that something when you're listening to the Temptations, you're like, this is good, but if I could see some dancing raisins, oh my
I want
god,
some dancing
that's
ravens.
so Raven.
that's so raisin.
I'm always raging for a raven.
Oh damn it, I forgot about that. I meant Raven Simone.
I'm always raving for
Yeah.
some Cajun.
And in your condition, I don't think you should eat any spicy food.
Actually, isn't that good for you if you have the flu?
Raven raging for some Cajun is my Raven and Gambit ship.
Because if you eat spicy food, it'll flush out your nostrils.
Yeah,
I
but
just ate a whole bunch of Takis, and I don't know if that helped. It gave me diarrhea.
Takis are disgusting. Ugh.
How dare you? Wait, did you eat the purple ones, or what color Takis did you eat?
I ate the really super spicy ones.
What color was the bag?
Purple.
Okay, yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah, it truly is great. Yeah, can't wait for that California Raisins reboot. It's gonna be awesome.
They should bring back Captain Crunch.
He's already back, isn't he?
Yeah, he never left.
Yeah, where did he go?
I
Yeah,
thought he
he's not-
left.
Well,
Didn't he?
I think some Somali pirates took over his ship.
Ooh.
Oh, damn, son. That's over
so
with.
is this movie going to be rated R or hard R?
Look at me. I'm the Captain Crunch now.
Look at me, big boy. I am the captain now.
Oh no.
The big
Crunchitize this.
that guy from the Tom Hanks movie, or maybe Vaz from Far Cry 3 or whatever his name is. This is my fucking ship.
Yeah, it's all we can all have this ship.
Crunchitize me now, motherfucker.
Oh, no, they need to bring back Quisp cereal. Like, I think they
What?
sold partially in New York every so often, but that was my favorite cereal, and I would bring that to like everywhere I go. Like I would carry a box around just in case I need some Quisp. But the mascot was like this Stupid, possibly. I literally believe he was schizophrenic because if you saw his commercials from the 50s, he was pretty sporadic on the way he talked. It's kind of concerning.
French Toast Crunch was supposed to come back, but I still haven't gotten a single fucking box.
French Toast Crunch. What was that mascot? Wasn't that the...
There was no mascot. It was just French toast.
Wasn't it just some...
You should be
chef?
the mascot.
I need to be a mascot for some pizza place or whatever.
Well, Cinnamon Toast Crunch used to be 3 mascots, but then the fat one ate the other 2.
Oh.
That's what every kid said. Like this isn't like every kid in America was like, where'd the other 2 go? And the fat one was there, and everyone was like, oh well, he ate the other 2. That's
Well, hold on. What's the current campaign for Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Cannibalism.
Yeah, it's those bunch of like cinnamon pieces that are eating each other, and they have these derpy faces.
Maybe your classmates weren't too far off there.
Maybe Cinnamon Toast Crunch is made of people. It's made of people.
What about Apple Jacks?
Soylent
Oh my
Crunch.
god.
What about Apple Jacks? They don't taste like apples.
They don't taste
Didn't
like
they after
Jacks
that
either.
or whatever? Didn't they have those cartoon shorts where like cinnamon and apple used to race each other
Oh yeah,
or whatever? And then they fuse. So is there apples now or what? I don't understand.
They call them cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon, the Jamaican man.
Cinnamon. Oh.
Yeah. But then they fuse. Like Apple got attached to cinnamon body, so and they both go into the cereal still. So is there apples now or not?
You just want like this Akira type mutation where they're just fused together in this big slime pit.
There is. It's true. It's canon. It's canon to the Applejack's mythos. I don't know if they put apples in it now.
Oh my god, guys. A cereal mascot extended universe.
Food fight sequel.
Yeah.
That is that is Food Fight, except with shitty mascots.
The cereal
guy.
killers.
Remember Tuna Fish Guy?
Charlie the Sun-Kissed Tuna is an absolute gorgeous, hot, smoking dude. Shut the
He
fuck
has
up.
a name?
Oh.
What?
Tuna Fish Guy has a name? Charlie?
Charlie the Sun-Kissed Tuna, and he's a bae.
That's the worst fucking name ever.
Shut
I
the
thought
fuck up.
I thought that tuna was a tuna from Mario 64, like the well or whatever.
Oh, you remember the Mario 64, that giant fish with Gurren Lagann sunglasses that would just eat you?
Oh, fuck that fish. That fish scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, he didn't have eyes. He was just like cold and just had no soul in him.
Yeah, you can feel the no soul in his dead eyes. His dead, badass sunglasses eyes.
Fuck that thing. And also the staircase that would never end.
What about the piano, man? The piano fucked me up as a kid.
Yeah, I can't believe that piano was made from the souls of dead elephants.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Well, aren't piano keys made out of elephant ivory?
Well, they used to. I don't think we do that anymore.
Yeah, we need some classy, original, like, elephant ivory pianos. Just to spruce up the place.
You're scaring me.
Rainbow monkeys, all the very round and super chunky.
Earth, a Class G planet. The only one in its locality capable of sustaining carbon-based life due to its abundance of water and atmosphere. Home to over 8.7 million different life forms, the planet's dominant species is human, of which there are approximately 7 billion. Of that number, more than 3/4 are over the age of 13. In other words, adults.
So recently, there was a website about rainbow monkeys, and people have decoded this weird cryptic website and found a trailer which has some unfinished animation, but it's of possibly a continuation or miniseries of Galactic Kids Next Door.
Oh.
Stop the Galactic Kids Next Door. Do.
Yeah.
We'll link to it below, but yeah, there's also a timer which some people said that it ends on April 1st. So I don't know if this is a big joke or not, or maybe it's just the creator trying to get like attention for a new show. But Cree Summer, I think the voice of Number 5, she tweeted a picture of the cast members back together, and so maybe they're trying to do something like maybe a pilot for a miniseries.
That picture is really old though.
Oh, but if you type in the voice actors' names on RainbowMonkeys.com, it'll say emergency recommissioned.
Oh yeah, like there's a piece of there's a part where you put in text and like number 1 capture, number 2 decommission or whatever, and
Pending decommission.
yeah, all these things for like all these members and whatever. So I don't know, maybe Kids Next Door is coming back, or maybe it's just a big joke.
Anyone remember Kids Next Door? Don't lie. Don't say that you haven't never forgot. You forgot. You all forgot. Fuck all of you.
Well,
They
after
didn't
you
forget
turn
the guy
13,
decommissioned.
after you turn 13, they kind of wipe your memory of the Kids Next Door. So we really
Yeah,
can't.
I don't even know what you're talking about because my memory was wiped.
He's an adult.
Or
You're
was
an
it wiped?
enemy.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, Jim.
Enemy.
What the fuck is Kids Next Door?
Yeah, like, you mean the people who live next door to me?
Assholes. I hate those people.
Oh, they're okay. I mean, you know.
Building their shitty giant treehouse and blowing things up with their mech suits or whatever.
Spraying me with mustard. Like, that's just rude. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that was their weapons. It was just like whatever shit they had lying around, like a mustard gun, a gun that shoots soda can lasers or whatever. I mean, they could somehow build like giant flying ships from whatever garbage they had lying around, which I refuse to believe these kids could have the engineering skills to do.
I bet
that.
their parents built it for them.
No, I mean, I bet they built it themselves, although they had to go through a lot of testing and several kids died while they were making these devices.
All those kids who suffocated on the moon.
Some of those kids had to have died in the production, like at least 90% of them. It's for the greater good.
Yeah, the greater good.
Yeah. So, what would you think? What do you think this is?
Oh, I think I hope it's a miniseries or a movie because I do not see how this can be a whole TV show again because it seemed like this one topic, one thing, plot line, whatever.
Yeah, if you remember, Kids Next Door is not a Cartoon Network original. It's like Courage or Ed, Edd and Eddy, where it's made by a different studio. This being Curious Pictures, I think.
Oh, yeah, it was
maybe
curious.
So it might be like an independent thing.
Yeah, although I think like Cartoon Network still owns Kids Next Door technically, so I guess it's just them trying to gain interest and seeing if like Cartoon Network wants to revisit this, like how they did with Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll do something. I should try to contact Mr. Warburton, the creator, for an interview or whatever.
I know if a network doesn't produce the show, a lot of times they won't have as much interest in bringing it back because they don't make as much money off of it.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it's just Curious Pictures trying to find like a new home for it. Or maybe there is Kids Next Door on Netflix.
No.
Maybe because I know they have that deal. Maybe they just want to revive interest in it in general.
Yeah, hopefully something's... Yeah, it's just revitalizing interest. We'll see what happens. Like, hopefully it's not an April Fool's joke.
Please, God, that was a good
They need to make more series box sets of their old shows instead of just releasing like a dinky season 1 DVD. Come on now.
Why? It's only until Adventure Time did they start really doing that, and regular show, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, only Samurai Jack I can think of that actually had the entire series on DVD. Everything else is
that's true.
Everything else is like, hey, let's release season 1 and whatever. That's it.
That's close enough.
I mean,
We did our best.
SpongeBob did it with a lot of their seasons, but
Because SpongeBob still goes on to this day.
no, SpongeBob will never end.
Yeah, it just keeps going forever.
We'll die first, The Simpsons or SpongeBob? Let's see.
I don't know. I think,
I'd say The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Simpsons has more years on it.
Well, like Harry Shearer, I heard an interview with him, and he was talking about how he's 70, and I was like, whoa, somebody's gonna die eventually. Like they can't, like those guys, everyone who did a voice on that show, when they started it, they were like in their 30s and 40s. So it's like 2015 now. So I can't imagine, like when the voice actors start dying, you just have to end the show because that's like the whole show. You know, I mean, they could make a point that like in certain countries it doesn't matter, but you know, I don't see how they could do the original American show.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard that they've got replacements on standby for the main cast.
Really?
That's pretty fucked up.
I don't know. I've heard it on 4chan. Don't quote me on it.
That happens a lot in movies where they'll have they'll basically pay an actor and he'll never even come to set. And they'll be like, look, if this person misbehaves or they think they might disappear, then we'll bring you in, but we want to pay you for not booking anything while this thing is shooting. And it happens a lot. I can't think of an example, but I've heard of it happening before.
Well, let's get into the next topic.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Yeah, hey, let's get into the topic.
All right, Family Guy, greatest show of all time. Let's talk about the first episode of Family Guy. So Peter Griffin had to deliver this pizza, right? And then it says icy wiener. What a Dumbo. So he sits on the chair like, man, my life sucks. And then he got
I'm
blown into
starting
the
to think
pineapple.
Ken really likes Family Guy.
I like it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ken likes fucking garbage.
Listen here, but I
Typical.
fucking love Cleveland Show. Cleveland Show is such a hit. What a classic
Right, you're just being a racist.
Well, hey, Futurama. Dun, 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 dun,
I still haven't seen a single episode of Futurama.
You have not
Wait,
watched
ever?
Futurama?
Not really, no.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's
Let's all look
really
at the
good.
camera and say, what?
What is wrong with you?
Be
Listen,
ashamed.
I got into my Simpsons craze like years ago, and now I've gotten out of it, and I didn't check Futurama. Then I'm still not interested. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Well, it's all on Netflix. So
Yeah.
Do you have
what have
Netflix?
done?
I do have Netflix.
Yeah.
every episode's on there because that's how I watched it.
I only started watching every episode of Futurama because it was that show, Bob's Burger, Cleveland Show, or Family Guy.
I mean,
And I was like,
I always wanted to. I remember when Futurama was on Sunday nights, and like,
Yeah.
accidentally, I would always end up missing it because my family wanted to go out and eat dinner or whatever. But mostly, I watched it when it was on Adult Swim. Like they would air it every day of the week. Like it's the first thing they broadcast, and they
What?
would air it for years and years and years and years. And I watched every episode every day.
I mean, that was when everyone watched the show because when it was on Fox, they would preempt it so often it was really hard to keep up with it. Same with King of the Hill. Like I think I missed a couple of the middle seasons of King of the Hill because they kept preempting it and moving it to 7 and then 7:30 and like you were never sure when it was on. So like most people who love Futurama watched it on Adult Swim when it was on Adult Swim, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it would get to a point where I was just tired of watching Futurama and Adult Swim, and eventually, I remember the final when they lost the rights to Futurama on the very last day. They just played every single episode that they had. This was before they rebooted it, but then eventually it went over to Comedy Central, and then it reran on there, and then eventually Comedy Central revived it.
and it
Yeah.
sucks. And it fucking sucked.
Oh.
The movies were cool, but the show wasn't when it came back.
You like the movie?
Maybe it'll come
I
back
like
on
the
Adult
first
Swim
movie.
and it'll be filled with twice the memes.
I feel like Adult Swim won't take it now. It's, you know, I don't know.
Well, they don't have the
Why?
rights to it.
No, I mean, like, I feel like they're trying to do more original stuff. I don't think they'd take an older show now.
No, they would, because they're playing King of the Hill over and over and over.
That's
and
true.
over.
As
King
they
of-
should.
They made King of the Hill a huge, like, I know so many more people who watch King of the Hill because they took it on, you know?
Yeah.
Adult Swim is pretty much getting whatever Fox got rid of and putting it on their channel.
Yeah.
Like,
It's an interesting
5 seconds.
arrangement between two corporations.
Yeah, because they were playing like whoops, sit down and shut up, not shit down and shut up. And also,
Yeah, aren't they making new episodes though?
I don't think so.
No.
No one cares about shit down and shut the fuck up.
I mean, I wish they had like the rights to like the Viacom shows. Like, I mean, there's so many shows that they could be playing, like I don't know, Drawn Together or the Spawn cartoon.
I wish
Or-
they could have brought that Symbionic Titan, but that'll never.
Or if they could play Clone High, that would be cool.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only like MTV didn't have their hands on so many properties, because like They had so many good animated shows, like The Max. That was like 13 episodes.
Oh, I have that. I bought the DVD of that. It's really good.
Yeah, I wish they made more like independent comics into cartoons. Like they were gonna make a SCUD, the Disposable Assassin cartoon for MTV, and there's a bit of footage. I'll link to it below.
They were gonna do there's this comic Hate, and MTV was gonna make a cartoon of that, but they made a pilot that is on YouTube, but it's not very good.
Hate?
It was a big comic in the 90s that Peter Baggy, I think his name is, did, and he was a big illustrator. He even was the guy who drew the cans for the Generation X soda, whatever it was called.
Mm.
But it was going to be one of their animated shows, because MTV used to do a lot more animation when they had Liquid Television and Beavis and Butthead were huge hits. But
Remember when
then
they revived Beavis and Butthead and it kind of tanked?
Yeah, I guess they don't care about animation anymore.
I was about to ask, what happened to Beavis and Butthead?
Like, I wish they would just give it to Comedy Central since they're still animation. They still care. That's Viacom.
Yeah. Well, they need something to play off of South Park, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Or what happened to that show where it was, like, all the demons and stuff?
Neighbors from Hell?
No, and Augenblick did it. Shit.
Was that on MTV or what channel?
Comedy Central. It was like all these demons, and there was one normal guy, and like he went.
Are you talking about Ugly Americans?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, there were monsters, not just demons.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I thought that show was alright. I forgot what happened. What?
Yeah, Jem, how could you mess that up?
Yeah, I mean they Comedy Central always seems to just like, hey, let's get this, let's make South Park, and we only have the money for one other animated show, and they can never have more than two ever.
Yeah.
Because now it's Brickleberry.
Ugh. That's just to keep Daniel Tosh happy, which is like that. Ugh.
I don't think Daniel Tosh even cares about that show, because he never appears at like the Comic-Con panels for it ever.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh. He probably just collects the checks.
Yeah. I mean, I remember at Hot Topic, I wanted to buy a Brickleberry t-shirt because it was like for $5, and I just wanted to wear that ironically. Like, maybe in like 20 years, I'll be wearing my Brickleberry t-shirt, and people will be like, is that a Brickleberry t-shirt? It's like, yeah.
And that'll be it. That'll be the whole conversation.
Yeah, and the series is still going as far as we know.
No.
So you supported the series. Good job, Han.
It was on $5 on the discount section of Hot Topic.
You bought them like 2 more episodes.
Oh, damn.
Jackass.
I just want like a t-shirt of like an obscure cartoon that nobody cares about. Like, Jim, you had like Fish Police t-shirt.
Yeah, well, when I was 7, so I don't know if it would fit
Maybe
me or Annie.
Maybe if I... Yeah, I could still work that. It'll be like a midriff or whatever.
Mike, Lou,
belly
and
shirt.
Dog.
Yeah, Mike, Lou, and Og.
Oh, damn, so much pointless merchandise that I really want that I don't know what I would do with.
I wouldn't mind having a 12-ounce mouse shirt. I used to love that show.
Anyone can draw it. Just draw one yourself. It'll be easy. Just get the marker.
That's a good point. You know that show only got picked up because the guy who created it was like, what if you guys don't have to spend any money at all? And they were like, greenlit.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think
Did he get any money from that, or?
I don't think he got paid for it. He just made it because he wanted to.
What?
That's what I heard at the time.
What the fuck? Why?
Oh, that's awesome.
This is just a big joke.
I love that. That show is amazing. It's like, oh god, I have the DVD, which is hard to get apparently, or it was when I got it. I don't know.
Why
about
that
now.
show so good, Jim?
What?
Why the show so good? Why you like 12-ounce mouse so much?
I don't know. I like the surreal quality to it. How it made like no sense, but also had like a bizarre kind of David Lynchian continuity. And I also I think because before Adult Swim had Family Guy and all that stuff, and they were just the Space Ghost guys, they used to make this weirder, stranger stuff. And it felt like when they started getting successful, like that was just their weirder, younger days, with 12-Ounce Mouse is kind of recapturing that. And, and I love the drum solo episode, which is just a drum solo. I'm not joking. There's an episode where they made 2 versions. I think the 12-ounce mouse guy and his friend rob a bank, and then he does a drum solo. And in the normal one, the drum solo is short. But then they made one that was just the episode just stops basically, and you just watch this guy play the drums for the rest of the episode, which is kind of like if there was a Space Ghost episode where they're like, "Oh no, we're being attacked," and it's just like I think it was like Sonic Youth jamming for the rest. They just stopped the episode, and it was like that's kind of the Space Ghost and the stuff that Mike Lazo and those guys I grew up with. That stuff. So when they went back to it, I was like, finally, because I like that. I don't know. I like that randomness, like because you never knew. They wouldn't even tell you which version of the episode they were going to air each time. So you'd be like, "Is this the drum solo one?" I don't know. It's like that's fun to me. It's like that unexpected randomness. Anyway, we should be talking about Futurama, not how much I like 12 Ounce Mouse.
Talking about 12 Ounce Mouse.
Futurama.
Out of my way, I'm drunk as hell. I blow your ass away like a ring in a bell. Push to the floor and the whiskey's flowing. I got a parachute, I gotta get it going. You don't understand. You don't give a damn. Jet cars rolling all night long, cranking out the jams and singing along. Car full of bitches and a brand new phone.
Adult Swim, like, yeah, they're still pretty experimental, because if you, like, watch their show, watch Adult Swim at, like, 3 a.m., they have this thing called Off the Air, where it's all these just...
Oh, no. You know what? Off the Air... Sorry.
It's just these random clips of, like, I don't know, art house videos or weird music videos or whatever, that weird CG, and it's just an experimental program.
Well, the only time they used to Off the Air originally, they would only air it during the the daylight savings time. So it would always be this weird, strange thing when we had the extra hour you'd get off the air. But I think they air it whenever. But anyway, Futurama.
Yeah. So remember the first episode of Futurama?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
I watched that episode so many times.
Yeah, the first okay, well, for those who don't know, Futurama is about this guy from the year 1999, this loser, and he's delivering a pizza, and then he falls into a cryogenic freezer, and he wakes up in the year 3000, where he has to start his life over in the future.
Yeah.
The future. Actually, like, I was looking at the storyboards for Futurama, and instead of saying Icy Wiener, it said Walt Disney. So, I don't know. That was something interesting.
Well, they would get sued if they did that.
Yeah, I know, but it was interesting.
I mean, just call him Walt Disney or something. They'll never know.
Walt Disney.
Yeah, I mean, the first few episodes of Futurama kind of felt like it was kind of building up to something. Did you ever feel that way?
No, not really.
The writers used to say that they had this gigantic, like, 20-season plan or something.
They did not.
But yeah, it's clear when the show came back that was not true.
I mean, it kind of felt a little more cinematic the first few episodes.
Yeah. They had a lot of foreshadowing with Lila's parents.
I read on one website that they were so dedicated to this one joke that they came up like with a new math algorithm or something.
Oh yeah, in the body switch episode.
I don't even know what that means.
They came up with like a new math equation.
Oh, okay. There was a machine. Professor Farnsworth made a machine where you could switch bodies with someone else, but you could only switch twice or something, and everyone was mixed up, and they had to find a sequence for switching bodies so that everyone get into their original bodies without running out of switches.
Oh yeah, I seen the episode. The episode was sort of, it's okay, I guess.
I don't know what's going on.
It was one of the newer episodes.
Body switch episodes are never the greatest thing in the world.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest cliche, but I think Futurama did it differently than most other people.
They did math to solve their problem, and
math is power.
But I think one of my favorite episodes was the one where they asked the what if machine, where they just ask a what if question, and it was it was 3 shorts in one episode, and one of them was the one that Pixels kind of rips off, where it's all these 8-bit video game characters attacking the real world. I always wonder how does this episode do with people who aren't into video games? Like, do they get the humor of it?
I guess they do, because it's like an arcade. It's mostly arcade games. Old people know arcade games, right, Jim?
Oh.
Ha ha ha.
Old.
I mean, it's not like that show did very well when it was on, so I'm sure they were just like, who cares? Let's just do it. Because it didn't. I think its debut was like a huge deal because it originally was after The Simpsons at 8:30, but then after a while they're like, forget it, because everyone was excited. It was a new Matt Groening show, even though I think David X. Cohen, it's mostly his show.
Yeah.
And then Matt Groening just drew for it, and like it all looks kind of Simpsons-y, but yeah.
But it still has its own style. Like, they're not yellow, so you won't. And the backgrounds are totally different, so you won't get them confused in any way visually. It's a completely different series.
Well, you can kind of tell it's by the same people.
They have the same lip thing.
You can very much tell.
Oh, yeah.
It had the same big bug eyes, the same kind of like tube nose.
If it was black and white, yeah, you could tell. Hey, Ken, how was that Futurama Simpsons crossover? Because I didn't see it.
Oh, it was fucking awful. It was one of the worst fucking crossovers I've ever seen in my life.
Explain what happened, because I didn't see it.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember it because it was so bland and forgettable. What the fuck happened in that special? Bender go back to the past to kill Homer Simpson because Bart makes some mutant aliens things.
I thought it was to go back and kill Bart.
No, it was Homer.
Wait, who's going back in time to kill Bart and why?
No, okay, it was Bender went back in time to kill Homer to stop having Bart, but it was stupid because Bender already traveled to the time where Bart and Lisa was already made. So it doesn't make any sense.
Why did they want to kill
At first
Homer?
they thought Homer made the creatures, but then eventually through science they found out it was Bart.
Oh.
And then it switched to March again because March gives birth to Bart, but then it was really stupid and didn't make any sense because they traveled to the wrong point in time.
Didn't you say it was a Lisa episode, basically?
Yeah, Lisa had the most lines. Fry talked like once. Leela talked twice, I think. And, yeah.
Hey, speaking of crossovers, anyone excited for the Uncle Grandpa and Steven Universe crossover this Thursday?
It's going to be the best crossover since Kappa Mikey met Hi Puffy Amiyumi.
Oh.
Wait, what happened with Hi Puffy Amiyumi? There was a crossover?
Well, they cameo. There wasn't really a crossover since that's two different networks. Yeah, I can't wait for that crossover. I can't wait till the world just implodes onto itself and Uncle Grandpa reigns supreme. Thanks a lot, Pete Brownguard. You did this to us.
Maybe
You are the Seth Rogen of animation. You caused another world tragedy. I don't know, but Futurama, like, do you guys have a favorite Futurama episode?
I kept asking people before I was watching them, because obviously I wasn't going to watch every Futurama episode, like what their favorite one was. What?
What? No, go on.
Oh, sorry. But I noticed the interesting thing about Futurama is that everyone's favorite episode is something dramatic. Like it's either the one with the dog, or it's the one where with Fry's brother, or it's always one or the one where it looks like Fry's, where it looks like Fry has a different personality, or something where it's like tugging at your heartstrings. But then when I watch them, they're really funny episodes. And it's also like this, not to keep bringing up the Simpsons comparison, but the Simpsons let go of being dramatic. Like they did that in the early days, and then they kind of just forgot. They don't do it as much. But it seems like Futurama kept doing it, but still made really funny episodes at the same time. Like they did it throughout the whole Fox run, had pretty dramatic episodes that make you, like the dog episode. Who doesn't cry at that one? It's really sad.
Didn't they, like try to bring him back again, the dog?
Did they?
It was in his crossover.
Yeah, he was in the crossover, which doesn't make any sense because it's like fucking it's
New
in
York City
Simpsons.
inside of Springfield.
Yeah.
Oh,
What? And
They
then
were
I
walking-
was just there, and it looked sad because it's like, hey, remember when we did that episode? Remember that episode? Oh,
Yeah,
man,
that was a lot of the jokes in the crossover. Like, hey, look, it's Hypnotoad, and hey, look, it's the moon.
Oh,
Hey,
actually,
well,
speaking
yeah.
of Hypnotoad, I mentioned this to Ken earlier.
Oh yeah.
There, in one of the movies, I think it's the first movie, there's a half-hour special of the sitcom they refer to as the I think it's like My Neighbor Hypnotoad or something, and you just watch Hypnotoad for a half hour, and then they have commercial breaks, and then it comes back and it's just Hypnotoad, that shot of Hypnotoad with the white background for like 20 to 30 minutes. And I can confirm it's 20 to 30 minutes because I watched the whole thing.
Wait, where was this? Like, was it like a DVD special?
It's a DVD extra in the first movie, I think.
Just a big fuck you. Just like, here's something. This counts as an extra 30 minutes when we say contains over 2 hours of DVD extras.
I love it when it says that, but it's like, yeah, I don't know if like hearing the guy who does costuming talk about his second divorce really counts as a special feature.
Well, I like listening to like the audio commentaries, usually when the director's not so much miscellaneous crew members.
No, audio commentaries are cool, but they do. I love when they count that as part of their hours of bonus features.
Yeah.
Because you're just counting the same 2 hours. I mean, theoretically, yes, it is 2 hours.
New
but
audio. Well, it's like counting do they count like the language differences, like the Spanish version, the French subtitles?
That'd be a great idea. I'm sure somebody's writing this down like, ooh, okay, 27 hours of special features.
I mean, they could just have I don't know, I always thought about I wanted to see someone make a movie where the movie is literally a trailer and then the rest of the film is just blank space or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like the first part is just a trailer to a movie in the actual film, and the rest is just blank space. So they showed you the trailer as a trailer, and when you watch the movie, it's nothing there. Like, could they get away with that?
No, there would be
probably not.
mass riots.
No. People would just walk out.
I mean, like
people won't even let a movie be. They used to, in the 30s and stuff, movies used to be like 74 minutes. And like no one would put up with that nowadays. So like everything has to be a certain length or people won't see it.
I know, but like would people, I mean, like, you know, Hollywood would still get their money assuming they don't ask for a refund. I mean, I think that could work. Like the most low budget.
No, people would theater owners are more powerful than you think and they would get upset.
I hope I want that to happen. Like someone try that. Just fuck with the audience. make some bullshit.
When I was younger, I wanted to see if I could rent a theater so I could play Sly Cooper on the screens.
They do that to test. People do that to test projection screens.
That'd be great, just to have a theater just to play video games on there.
I've done it before. It's fun.
What?
How? Oh, come on! You got to do it.
I've done it before. I've played video games in a theater. It's cool, but it's like what?
Where and how?
My job.
Oh, okay.
I thought you beat up everyone in the theater just so you can.
Well, no, I work in a theater, so I just hooked up a controller to my laptop and played Super Mario Brothers, the first one, on a big screen. And
of all a couple of games to play, you picked something that basic.
I did that one in like Turtles in Time and stuff, and but it's fun, but it's I don't know. I had a good time. It is cool because you notice it's like, whoa, everything's so big.
I mean, is it hard to see with a screen that big?
No, it was just at first, the first life, I think I died immediately because I was just like, whoa, this is disorienting.
Damn, I want to do that.
But yeah, it's cool. The sound is the best part because it's just epically loud.
But yeah, if you play I'm sure if you play without an emulator and just a regular console, it would look terrible.
That depends. I mean, it would look because most theaters have a Blu-ray and DVD hookups, so you could just hook it up that way and it'd probably look fine.
You used to work in a theater? How was that?
What?
You said you used to work in a movie theater, right?
I currently work in a theater.
Oh yeah, you never
Oh.
talked
Oh yeah,
about.
like they don't use film reels anymore.
They don't?
So do they just like send,
Well,
like,
they send a hard drive. Yeah, I don't work in a movie theater. I don't know how the theater you guys work at. Sorry, the theater like a normal person goes to works, but like I know they send you a hard drive, but like in a normal like theater, they have Blu-ray and DVD players that you could hook up, and sometimes that's how like theaters, like major museums who have theaters, have like every format imaginable ready to use, and you can hook those up. So it wouldn't look too shitty, but if it was like an N64 or something, it wouldn't look as bad. But anything new would look incredible, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, Futurama. What are some of your favorite episodes? I can't think of any right now.
The dog one.
Yeah, of course, the dog one with some more.
I kind of hate the Norbert episodes because they write on that a lot.
I really
wait,
like any
wait,
episode
your boy.
about.
Okay, he'll be back any day now. It's kind of cold out.
Getting kind of hungry.
I'm hungry.
Oh, man.
I always wondered this about Mom's Friendly's robot company. Was she based on like that bad guy from Cowboy Bebop, that rich lady with all their sons? You know what I'm talking about?
The one
Oh
that tries to turn everyone into monkeys.
Yeah.
no, but mom was because Cowboy Bebop didn't make it over here till the early 2000s, and Mom's first episode was in the late 90s, I think. I think the Mom episodes aired in America before Cowboy Bebop made it over here.
When was Cowboy Bebop made? 99, 98?
Something
I
like
think
that.
95.
Yeah.
95?
Really?
What? No way.
Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. That's
I was born that year.
What? Let's see.
Let me look. Hold on.
Who can Wikipedia this the fast?
1999. You guys were right.
Oh, it's 1998. No, wait. Original run September 18th, 1997, according to Wikipedia. So,
But like Cowboy
That's the
Bebop.
manga's run.
it was a manga?
No, it
Yeah.
says
Okay,
the
network.
final episode aired in Japan on April 23rd, 1999.
Okay, well, the
but-
TV was 1998.
But then it didn't. Adult Swim. Didn't it start coming over here when Adult Swim aired it? And that was 2001
Yeah, but you never
or
know.
2002.
You don't know if, like, I don't know, maybe there's some hipster who watched a bunch of anime before it came to America on Futurama and saw that lady and thought, hey, Mom's Friendly Robot Company, let's make our own version of that character.
And maybe, but that would have been really hard without Crunchyroll or Torrent.
Yeah, that's when you had to buy stuff on VHS or whatever. Because I remember, like, when they were making Toonami, like, before they got Steve Bloom, the voice of Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, to do the voice, they heard Cowboy Bebop's dub before Toonami Tom came in, which was in 1999, so it was already available before it aired on Adult Swim.
I don't know.
Hey, what about Zap Brannigan?
This whole sector is uncharted.
It is not uncharted. You lost the chart.
Well, nothing to do now but repopulate the human race. Just me and you.
And maybe you.
In the game of chess, you can never let your adversary see your pieces.
Oh, you know who was originally supposed to be Zap Brannigan?
Who?
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman. And Phil Hartman. I think, did they even ask him, or was that just the plan?
I don't know, but it kind of sounds like, because they have the voice of, what's the voice of Fry and also Zap Brannigan and
Billy West.
Billy West, yeah, it's Billy West. And now that you say that, yeah, I can hear Phil Hartman doing that voice now. It sounds like Billy West trying to do Phil Hartman.
Rest in peace.
Wasn't his last theatrical role Jingle All the Way?
No, he died after that. Because Jingle All the Way was 96.
No, his last theatrical role was Small Soldiers. Remember that?
Yes. Oh boy.
Oh, what a hit! Maybe, I don't know. I never seen it.
But yeah, Zap Brannigan, I both love and hate him just because, like, he rarely gets in trouble for anything, and that always pisses me off when basically the jerk of the show, who you're not supposed to root for, gets away with something.
Yeah.
That always happens in Futurama. Everyone gets away. All the bad guys, Mom, and
There's a lot of assholes. Like, I hate it when, like, the court system, like, put Fry in a mental institution because Roberto framed him or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Korgons. What are those big alien guys that are?
Oh, the Omicron Perseidae.
I like
am Lur.
those.
I don't know, just Lur, but I love that episode. The one where they had to, the final episode to the show, Single Female Lawyer did not air, so they had to reshoot our own because these aliens got the signal to the TV stream of Single Female Lawyer 1,000 years afterwards. And when they saw it didn't air, they went to Earth and decided to destroy the Earth unless they can give them the final episode.
Yeah.
That sounds like something we would do.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Hopefully that will happen to us far in the future when a hit show is canceled and then they come.
Yeah, some aliens will come and just ask, like, hey, what happened to the episode of Angry Beavers, Bye Bye Beavers? That was supposed to air. Where is that?
Oh, fuck.
Hey, what happened to the Symbiotic Titan?
Yeah, what the fuck? 1,000 years later, they'll get mad, just mad as we are about these shows.
We'll get Symbiotic Titan in another 1,000 years. Just wait. This is gonna come.
But I'll be dead by then.
Put your head in a jar.
Don't worry. It took Tron 30 years to get a sequel. Like, we'll get Symbiotic Titan maybe like 60 years or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be great and not good as the original, but it'll be close enough. Whatever.
Yeah, good enough. With new technology from the future, it'll be even better. And more 80s, if they're gonna do that music. I remember Symbiotic Titan, they said they wanted to do an 80s musical episode.
Really?
Yeah, but that never happened, sadly.
Oh, wait,
Space Dandy did that.
Oh yeah, they did that. Space Dandy, that's a show that... Yeah! Other favorite episodes of Futurama.
I like the coma episode because I watched that recently.
The one where Fry gets killed by a bee.
Yeah, Leela gets stung and she gets stuck in a coma and it's weird. It's a mind fuck, but yeah, that episode has some twists and turns and stuff like that.
Yeah, that episode kind of scared me because it was just like Leela hallucinating and just freaking out that Fry was dead, and she keeps like waking up from each dream and whatever.
Yeah, it was Inception before Inception. That's the reference.
Yeah, that episode was pretty disturbing for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I picked me up when I was little.
Damn. That was fucked
Especially because of the bees.
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 I have no idea if I'm allergic to bees or not, so...
And now, a message from the bees.
Hey, boys and girls, remember to be yourself. And don't with us, or we'll sting you all at once and kill you.
Yeah, bees are jerks. We need to eradicate all bees on the earth. Also mosquitoes. Well, I think Bill Gates himself wanted mosquitoes wiped out from the earth. He said that, like he wants to make a laser that will destroy all mosquitoes.
That's really creepy and crazy.
Well, what else? Wait, was that true? Bill Gates mosquitoes laser. Let me look that up.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
He was like first the Xbox and now mosquitoes.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna kill the Xbox and then I'm gonna kill the mosquitoes.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, that sounds like a plot to a Futurama episode, which
mosquito
reminds me, like, remember the one where the global warming was taking effect, and you know what their solution was?
To leave the planet?
No, instead to leave the planet, they decided to push the Earth a few miles away from the sun to stop global warming.
Yeah.
And
don't you know the Earth's in a perfect... God put the Earth in a perfect place so we wouldn't freeze or burn up.
Oh, well. Too late. We fucked up.
They used to drop huge ice cubes into the water to cool down the Earth.
Oh, yeah, that episode. The one... Yeah. Where they say if we drop an ice cube into the ocean every so often, that will solve the problem once and for all. But once and for all! But, which obviously that did not work, and eventually a giant meteor of garbage was gonna smash the Earth.
Yeah. I can't wait for the future.
Yeah, then that became an Armageddon parody where they go on the asteroid and it was full of like old 1999 junk. Like it was full of dolls of like Bart Simpson when he had the blue shirt.
Yeah.
That was this, like, did no one from the Futurama crossover mention that? It's like, hey, wasn't this kid a doll at one point?
No.
No.
Oh.
Didn't like Fry get like a disease because Zoidberg was such a bad doctor? He was like a Simpson or whatever.
Yeah.
Zoidberg caused a lot of problems. Like, remember the one where they were on that planet and Zoidberg needed to mate?
Oh yeah, then he fought Fry
Yeah.
for someone and he chopped his fucking arm off.
Yeah,
right?
like they already made peace and they were okay, and then like Fry turns his back and Zoidberg just chops his arm off.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man.
And Fry just says, "You bastard!" He picks up his own arm and starts smacking Zoidberg with it.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what's going on.
You have no idea. This is Futurama we're discussing. Ooh.
I'm just on Wikipedia looking up like Full Metal Alchemist and shit.
You know nothing of Futurama.
I don't.
Okay. There's also those Star Trek episodes where apparently Star Trek is banned.
I know.
Yeah, it got people started worshiping it as a religion.
Yeah, it could have been like they could have done the same episode now with bronies or whatever. But like, but in Futurama's world, if just by saying Star Trek, all these alarms will go off and have you arrested for mentioning it. Which, yeah, people have pointed out there was a huge continuity error because in an earlier episode when they were going through the internet, someone mentioned Star Trek, and they didn't get in trouble. Which I guess that makes sense. It's the internet; no one gets in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but like if you remember that Star Trek episode, they go on a planet and it was ruled by this magic space cloud, and he will not let the Star Trek people go away because he's just a pathetic fanboy for this show.
Oh, is that you?
I don't know. Well, not me. I don't watch Star Trek. I only watch the J.J. Abrams movies, which is sad.
Oh yeah.
I used to watch Star Trek. I haven't watched it in a while.
Star Trek. Yeah, we gotta. I mean, you guys say something. What are your favorite episodes or moments or whatever?
I really like any episode that's about Fry and Leela's relationship, and this is from somebody who really doesn't like romantic plots most of the time, but they're really done well. Like the late Philip J. Fry, when the Professor Bender and Fry get in a machine that only goes forward in time, so Fry misses Leela's date, and she grows up without Fry.
Oh yeah, and that was a pretty trippy episode because you remember what happened at the end, how they solved the problem.
They killed their past selves.
Yeah.
So,
like in Rick and Morty.
They go so.
Oh yeah, that is in Rick and Morty.
They go so forward in time that the entire universe collapses, and then they start the universe all over in the Big Bang, and then they keep going and going forward in time until eventually they kill their own selves in the super distant future.
It's really confusing. But I like when characters always kill themselves or something like that.
I mean, they're technically dead. The Leela and other people we're following now, they're not the same people anymore. They're completely different people in the.
Close enough.
Yeah, who
whatever.
cares? It's a cartoon.
Whatever. Circle of life.
Same
whatever.
with Rick and Morty. Same with Rick and Morty. Like everything's fucked now. It's such a fucked up thing, but it's like it's a TV show. Who cares?
I like when Futurama killed off Fry or something like that, and then brought them back in their own bullshit way. I don't know. I think it's clever sometimes.
Hey, did anyone play the Futurama video game?
No.
No.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I remember like seeing The Simpsons getting all these video games, and like Futurama only had one, and it was on the Xbox and PS2, and I was mad because I had a GameCube. It's like, what about me? What can I do?
Buy a PlayStation 2, faggot.
Oh, but hey, but what happened was I remember like back then. This was like 2004 or whatever, 2003, and I was desperate to find any footage of the game just because I wanted to see the storyline, because it was written by the story. It had the same voices and same writers and whatever.
Yeah.
And all I could do was like go on GameSpot.com and just see what little bits of gameplay footage they had, and that was it. Like, nowadays you can go on YouTube and find an entire playthrough of like any game you want, but back then it was like you either had to buy the game or you just had to leave it up to your imagination, because I wanted to see. I was so desperate for anything about that game.
Yeah, I actually seen all the cutscenes, so I know what happens.
Yeah.
The one time the one time that felt relevant to me was the Shaolin Showdown game. Oh my god, that was the worst.
Wasn't it like some weird party game?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was terrible. It was probably one of the worst games.
I mean, you can't die in the game. You just respawn instantly with no consequences.
You lose some of your chi, and then that means you'll lose some of the ranking. You'll lose your like high score, but that's it.
I heard terrible things, but I don't know. Someone said they were going to donate to me the Futurama video game on PS2. I don't know if it works on Xbox 360 or not, because I don't have an original Xbox. But hey, if anyone wants to donate that game to me, please inform me, because I don't know if that person really is going to donate it to me. So I really want that game.
You can play Xbox games on your 360 if you have a hard drive.
Yeah, but not all of them. Some Xbox games just don't work, or they just glitch out.
Great hardware. That's great.
Yeah, I mean that's why I love my PS3. I bought it like when it was like brand new for like back in 2006, back when it was $600 fucking dollars. But I don't regret it because it plays PS1, PS2, and PS3 games, and that's all I fucking need. I am thankful that thing has not like blown up or broken down or whatever. That is the
yeah. Sony's game systems are pretty robust. Where I know a lot of people who have gone through 2, 3, 4 Xboxes.
Yeah, I mean my GameCube melted. Oh, well, that was mostly my fault.
What did you do to your GameCube? Did you put it in the microwave?
Okay. Yeah. Well, first off, like I think what killed my GameCube is that I put it in a very cramped area where the air filters on the side didn't really have room to breathe.
You jackass.
So eventually that GameCube stopped working. But I don't know, somehow I figured out if I get like a hairdryer, I aim the hairdryer into the fan filters and leave it on cold, the games would start working, and that's how I played games for a while. Like that was the end of the GameCube era when we were when the Wii was gonna start, but it wasn't there yet. So all there was like, hey, Mario Strikers, that I can rent this, and it was working as long as I kept the fan on, the hairdryer on. But eventually, I forgot to put the hairdryer on cold and put it to hot, and while it was
oh my god,
I didn't.
You didn't think to feel it first?
I don't know. I just did all the time. I guess I was just messing around with the buttons, the switches on the thing. But then I left it on hot, and I was playing the game, and then my GameCube started sparking up inside, and I just immediately turned it off and unplugged it and whatever, and I saw the sides of the GameCube was melted a little bit.
Oh. I guess you'll never complete Sonic Adventure 2 Battle now.
Well, the good news is the Wii came out months later, so everything was good, and I could play GameCube games, but now the Wii U is here, and it does not play GameCube games, assholes.
Although they might make GameCube Virtual Console if they would fucking get on that shit.
Like I just
buy a GameCube for $20 at GameStop.
I just want backwards compatibility.
GameStop doesn't sell GameCubes anymore.
I just want backwards compatibility on everything possible.
No, give us more money.
I don't want. There's so many. Like I have my setup for my old games are just like tied to one TV, and there's just a bunch of cables in the back, and it's running everywhere, and it's a fucking disaster. Yeah. Ugh. What a mess.
I'm looking at the Shaolin Showdown game, and ugh.
Yeah, there was also the Simpsons games. This isn't the Simpsons podcast. Hey, more Futurama. What? Like, remember? So, how did you feel when Futurama canceled?
I didn't.
Well, bye. I don't care.
It was kind of a given because Fox treated it so poorly.
I thought the last episode was the I didn't know it got canceled. I thought the last episode was the when Fry gets the devil hands and played the song. I thought Leela and Fry got together, and I thought that was the end of the series. So.
Yeah, the one where Fry gets his devil hands and plays the violin. That was the final episode of the original series. And
yeah, I thought that was the last episode.
I didn't even know that was the final episode, so I just assumed it was coming back or whatever, and I never happened.
Then the next episode you watched was the first episode, and then you were like,
and then it went on Adult Swim, and it gained a new audience on Adult Swim. Same with Family Guy, and they just reran it and reran it and reran it and reran it every fucking day. And I watched that. I would watch that all the time. Like, I would watch that and play Kingdom Hearts, and that was my entire 2003 life.
Oh God, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
More like
sounds like Pan knew how to live in 2003.
Yeah, now I didn't own a PS2. We borrowed one from someone. Yeah, it was great. Oh, yeah.
What do you guys Pan? Have you seen the movies or what?
Oh, I've only seen some of them because eventually, like, they decided to bring Futurama back as like these straight-to-video movies, but a Comedy Central now plays them as like a marathon of episodes because they're pretty much individual episodes that have an ongoing plot.
Well, they made them before, because didn't the movies come out before Comedy Central? The Comedy Central thing happened?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think they might have even aired them on Adult Swim, maybe.
I don't know. I think
I remember. Early. Oh, maybe they didn't, but I remember them talking about how they made them in a way that they could cut them up into episodes.
Yeah, that was pretty smart of them.
Which is similar to what G.I. Joe and the Transformers did with their movies. They figured out while they were making it how to cut it up into episodes. So, like, for a week, they would take the G.I. Joe movie and cut it up, and that whole week would be the G.I. Joe movie, and then they'd have host segments from Sergeant Slaughter.
The wrestler Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, well, because he was in G.I. Joe, so he would be in front of an American flag, and he'd be yelling at you about Cobra and stuff, and then they'd start it, and they'd be like, part 2. But then the movie's only 90 minutes, so that's 90 minutes cut up into a week of shows.
Yeah, that's pretty clever of them. I mean, that saves them time. Otherwise, they had to play it all at once. I mean,
it helped. It probably helped. They probably got extra money. It's like an accounting thing where they're like, well, not only is this a movie, but it's 5 episodes, so we can spend the money from 5 episodes and a movie, and make money on both.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they didn't think that through. I don't know, but
yeah, I guess that's what happened. I mean, it's pretty much be a mini series at that point, like what Adventure Time and it's gonna make their own mini series of episodes that has hopefully a plot that goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Who knows?
I don't know. I don't care anymore about Adventure Time. I'm done.
Oh.
Yeah. Although it's kind of weird that we're just like we constantly bash on Adventure Time and we rarely say anything good about it. Yet we almost had the creator of it on here at one point.
Oh, is that not happening?
Oh, well, he said Pendleton Ward said he was like, I don't know, he doesn't want to be recorded for anything because he's super stressed out with working on Adventure Time.
Oh, I thought he quit.
No, he still supervises and whatevers, but he's not as involved on the show anymore. They announced that a while back.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Pendleton Ward.
Rip in peace.
Rest in Pendleton Ward.
He's out there in space playing video games or whatever he does.
Hold on.
Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Any industry people listening to this, please contact us. We want you as a guest, please. We're so desperate.
Please,
come on my show too. Come on my show too.
Yeah,
Rebecca Sugar.
No, just on our show.
Come back and have a family reunion.
We promise we don't actually hate your show. We just feel scorned or whatever.
We're just super jealous of your bad writing.
Well,
please.
What am I jealous of?
Oh, we're just angry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Futurama.
I actually watched the one where Bender becomes a god.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That's a good one because they You know, the cool thing about that show is they could do more of the sci-fi kind of Twilight Zone episodes that most shows have to, make a special episode for. And that's one that's a real kind of Star Trek-esque kind of episode. It's really high concept and, and that Bender met God and all that stuff.
I really like that episode. I feel like that conversation they had between Bender and God was just really a profound, one of the most profound talks about God I've ever seen, because they basically say God can't get too involved because then people will be dependent. If he's not involved enough, then people stop believing. When he does his job right, you're not sure if he did anything at all.
Yeah, that was a deep episode. Yeah, Futurama can balance between comedy and just really more serious episodes sometimes.
Yeah.
They have a good mixture of both in their episodes.
I can't think of many other shows that do that.
No, and can make you laugh within the same 5 minutes that you're thinking something pretty profound. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. I actually, one that's not as deep, but I really love is the Slurm episode.
Oh, Slurms McKenzie.
I love Slurms McKenzie. He's like, I just wanted to watch a video with a few friends.
The one where they go to it's like a Willy Wonka chocolate factory parody.
Yeah. No, my favorite part of that episode, and every time I've watched it, I always laugh. And they have the Oompa Loompas, and the professor's like,
who are those horrible orange creatures over there? Why, those are the Grunkalunkas. They work here in the Slurm factory. Tell them I hate them.
Who are those? And they go, oh, they're the whatever the fuck they're called. And then he goes, tell them I hate them. And it's it doesn't. It's the whole episode comes to a halt. It's I think that's hilarious. And the first time I watched it, I was on the ground. I missed 2 minutes. I was laughing so hard at that. It's what the fuck? And then when I was watching it last night, I was waiting for it, and I was almost started laughing before it happened. It's just that's hilarious.
Here it comes. Here goes the joke that I already heard.
Tell them I hate them. Sometimes I want to tell that to people.
I mean, wouldn't you just hate on an Oompa Loompa if you ever saw one?
Yeah. Well, I never liked those movies, so or that Willy Wonka movie.
Maybe you can throw them into a trash can or whatever.
Whoa.
You can play push them downhill and they make this really high pitched squeak and then a bunch of bang.
That happened on that show Empire.
And then they don't move and you're like, oh shit.
Hey, what the fuck?
So you take it to a fucking...
I don't think it counts as a murder.
You take it to a fucking fire pit and then you pour gasoline all over it and burn it and then it smells like oranges.
Oh god, no, fuck.
No one will know. No one will know. No one cares about Oompa Loompas.
Hey everyone, it's me. I was in Game of Thrones. Hello.
Hey. Whoa.
Peter Dinklage?
Whoa.
This is major guest star we had. Everybody say hi to Peter Dinklage.
Hello everyone, I'm from that show I never watched.
What is going on? Peter Dinklage is not an Oompa Loompa.
Oh my god.
Has anyone told you you sound like Pan's sister?
I'm gonna... Oh,
God damn it.
oh shit, it's not Peter Dinklage, it's Emily.
Jesus Christ.
Emily, what did we say about your hatred of midgets? What did they do to you, Emily?
And we gotta stop doing this. We all know it's you.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about? Me and Pan are two different people.
Why do you guys keep saying that? That's clearly a different person. Emily's a different person.
Yeah, what the fuck, Ken?
It's you.
Yeah.
Pan have a split personality disorder where he had to pretend to be two characters.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane has that, and they just he had a friend who made a show around it so that he wasn't so ostracized by society.
Was it Family Guy or Cleveland Show?
No, with Family Guy. That's why he does all those voices. Those are his own personalities, and his friend made a show around it so he wouldn't be a freak.
Oh.
I made that up. That's
There's
not true.
no other crew members on Family Guy. It's just Seth MacFarlane by himself.
It's just Seth MacFarlane and all these, chained up Korean animators.
Nobody wants to work with Seth MacFarlane. That's why he does this.
No, lots of people like to work with him.
If they get money.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Seth
Guy's a drama now. It's really sad now.
Remember
Where it's
that,
like Seth Green and Mila Kunis keep coming back.
remember that weird pretentious episode where it was just Brian and Stewie's locked in a vault?
Oh yeah, then Brian was like, I got a gun here so I can kill myself because I'm really sad with life or whatever. And then Stewie's like, dude, you shouldn't do that, man. Oh, really, Stewie? And then they made out.
Justice for Brian Griffin.
Yeah, I hate when
the
they
more,
do
the
that
more
stuff.
people keep talking about Family Guy, the more the brain melts right out of my ear.
Why? I mean, do people like take Family Guy seriously? Like they take the plot line seriously?
Somebody got Brian Griffin, rest in peace, tattooed on them, Pan. You're asking that question.
No,
I wonder if that person, you know how every time some trend happens, someone gets a tattoo of it, like Left Shark or something. I wonder if that's just one person and their body is filled with like tattoos of things that were like big for an instant, and that's like their thing. They're just covered in meme tattoos.
Oh man, that guy will be a nightmare. We have to kill him. If we kill him, we'll stop all memes. We gotta find.
Wait, I wonder if that's Ken. That's why he said that. I'm imagining Ken with all these tattoos of Left Shark and Brian and other things. What are things that are memes? I don't know.
That's why I'm so black. I'm not actually black. I just have tattoos.
So you guys remember the final episode of Futurama?
Okay, there was another final. There was another final before that final where it was like the movie, and they were all running from what's that captain guy name again? Kirk?
Brannigan?
Yeah, Zach Brannigan or whatever, and then they went into a black hole and something like that. That was a lead into Comedy Central series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Do you remember when they went to Comedy Central, they threatened to not pay the voice actors, so they thought about getting different voices?
Why?
Really?
Yeah, no, for real. I remember it was a big deal at the time. People were like, how could you even think of doing that?
What the fuck?
Oh my god, that'd be awful.
Like, you know, can you imagine what they would have done?
Like,
Yeah.
Voicing everyone.
They'll probably replace Billy West with Tom Kenny.
Probably.
Yeah, I see that.
But yeah, the final episode of Futurama.
Yeah, that was something. I liked the movie final episode better.
I think I didn't see the final one, but the movie I remember liking.
Yeah, the movie, because it was reopened to a lot of possibilities and fan theories or whatever. Because they go into a black hole, so they could end up anywhere. Like, okay, it's really open up to interpretation.
Yeah, but like the final episode is Fry somehow falls off a building, and then he can only go back in time the last 15 seconds, but it also takes 15 seconds for it to reboot. So he's stuck constantly falling, and no one can save him.
And he keeps dying every time. He dies like 1,000 times in one episode.
He gets you see him get splattered.
Yeah. I like when shows do that, where they kill the main character a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, and that was the final episode of Futurama, and it was...
No, they stopped all time or whatever, and then they lived a whole life, and the professor came, he was like, hey, I can take you back to stop all of this or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know, I like when they show characters like aging and getting old on the final episode and showing what they do when they're afterwards.
Yeah. And then Futurama gets revived for a third time on Nickelodeon.
Oh no!
I don't think it will, because the Comedy Central run like really killed it. Like think of how well regarded Futurama was before it went to Comedy Central, and how it's looked at now. It's like completely different.
I didn't really notice much of a difference. So the one
you would notice if you watch that Fossil episode where the professor was trying to prove that evolution did happen, and then like Hermes dig up another dog.
You cut out.
I did?
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can hear him.
I think it was Nolan you cut out. Because we heard Ken. We didn't hear you.
Sorry, Nolan.
Ken wins. So Hermes, they were like digging for fossils to prove like evolution and stuff like that, and then Hermes found a dog, and then he was like, "Oh no, it's another one of Fry's pets." Like that was so awful. I hated that joke so much.
I mean, it's kind of like there's a theory I read a long time ago about how like when you're looking at someone who did a couple of good things, but then they went on to make a lot of shitty stuff. It kind of ruins their whole body of work.
Chappie.
Kind of ruins the few good things. Well, not just Chappie. The example they were using was the Rolling Stones. How the Rolling Stones made like 5 good albums, but then they made a lot of shitty. They probably made more bad albums than good ones. And should we not regard the Rolling Stones as well as we do because of that? Which is a fair argument. And I think that kind of hurt Futurama to have like a couple bad seasons, because especially like if you just come upon Futurama and you're really into it, and then you end up watching the Comedy Central seasons, you're going to be let down to having to sit through hours of not as good Futurama, you know.
I don't know. I didn't really notice that much difference. Although, one episode that really bothered me was the episode where Leela was hunting after like a whale in space, and the humor felt very too self-referential.
What about Yo Gabba Gabba episode where they were parodying Yo Gabba Gabba?
I saw
so timeless.
I remember that episode somewhat. Not really.
Episode gave me cancer.
I don't know, but
I got cancer.
Yo Gabba Gabba was...
Wait, do you...
Yo Gabba Gabba was this weird show. It was such a...
I like that show.
I love it. It's made by the people who... One of the lead singers of Aquabats.
Yeah.
Like, they knew it was ironically terrible.
Well, it was... I always looked at that show as like the... if Wonder Chosen decided to actually be a kid's show... I think that would be Yo Gabba Gabba, because it's like very Wonder Chosen-esque, but it's like it's not as subversive, obviously, as Wonder Chosen.
Yeah.
We could do a whole. I would love to. We should do a podcast on Wonder Chosen. I could talk about that all day.
I don't even know how Wonder Chosen became a thing.
Kids show, kids show. Oh, good Lord, it's a kids show. Kids show, kids show. Change the channel for kids.
Today's Wonder Chosen is brought to you by the letter Egg, Mexico. And Baby's First, sensual oil. 'Cause you're never too young to set the night on fire.
Oh, hey kids.
Hi, Chauncey.
We got a gravy show for you today, right gang? Yay! Today, Letter N's getting out of rehab, clean and sober. Yay! Oh, here she comes now. Why are you crying, Letter N? You back on the bottle?
Nobody needs me.
Why are you drinking?
Nobody needs me.
Hooch won't kill your demons. What are you running from?
No, nobody needs me.
No! The devil's got your soul. She's running from her problems, and we gotta find her.
Where do babies come from?
Oh, have you watched the first season, or?
I never seen Yo Gabba Gabba. I was just talking about them parodying it or whatever.
I've never seen Yo Gabba Gabba, but I just know that one of them looks like a weird dildo.
Yeah, it's such a magical show. It's so horrible. It's amazing.
One of the things with oh shit, never mind.
Yeah, so you guys want to get into the questions?
Sure. Are we doing the wait? I have a question. Are we doing the spree thing or no?
What's spree?
Or what was that thing we test?
Afterwards, like, you know, if you want to... We're just recording the podcast as normal, but afterwards, if you want to join in, that's cool.
Oh, I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
If it's later.
Yeah, it's later,
Sorry
but
about that.
you don't have to.
Because I have to clean my bathroom. That is actually what I'm doing.
You would rather clean your bathroom than join the Patreon?
It's more of that if I don't do it then, I have to go to sleep later. So, no offense or anything.
Yeah, because for anyone who doesn't know, for people who donated to the Patreon, we're doing a live stream afterwards, like just a Q&A, and it'll be uploaded. I'll link it to you all in the description.
I mean, I'll do it next time. If we do it again, I'll try to do it. It was just today was a little crazy. Sorry, This is like super boring. You can cut this out.
Yeah, it's okay.
No one wants to
advertisement.
Yeah, so
okay.
We'll see. Yeah, link in the
I'm
description.
sure everyone wants to hear how I clean my toilet instead of answering questions.
Yeah, how do you clean your toilet? What type
Well,
of
you usually start at the bottom and then you work your way up to the bowl. You got to clean in the bowl and like the seat.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
This is
well, see, hold on. That's a good question. See, clockwise never cleans it as well as counterclockwise. So I'm glad you brought that up because it's
Fucking boring.
No, Jim, please. It's a great mighty poo. He's in my toilet. He's invading my toilet. Please, I gotta stop him. He's gonna ruin my life. He's gonna kill my family.
Okay. Sorry I talked about cleaning my bath. Anyway, questions?
Hey, Jim, email me how you clean the shower, please, because I need.
Oh no, that'll be like 2 pages. It's gonna be an amazing email.
Oh wait! Oh boy! I can't wait.
Oh yeah, that's what I hate. I remember watching like this video. I looked up like longest YouTube video ever, and it was just some person saying, "Hey, this is the longest YouTube video," and then I'll be back. And it's just the guy just like gets up and walks out, and you're just staring at a chair for like so long. And eventually that guy comes back with friends or whatever, and they're just playing a game on TV or whatever.
Weren't you about to do that with the Powerpuff Girls like retrospective, the 24-hour marathon? Remember that?
Oh yeah, jokingly I had this idea of making the 24-hour Powerpuff Girls marathon retrospective. It's a 24-hour long video discussing everything Powerpuff Girls, all the games, all the episodes and comics or anime.
What about
whatever.
the Year of the Do?
Yeah, that's for another time because it would take it. I actually researched it. It would take a whole entire year, over a year, to watch every single Scooby-Doo movie, TV show, episode, everything.
And they're still making more.
Yeah, they'll never stop Scooby-Doo.
It never ends, but hey, let's get it.
Get a clue, Scooby-Doo, or you're too cool, Scooby-Doo.
Be cool, Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
be a Jew, Scooby-Boo.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna review Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase pretty soon because that movie pisses me off.
Why?
Yeah, why?
You'll see. Mainly, that movie does not know how magnets work, and that it really pisses me off.
Wait, just like the Insane Clown Posse?
Pretty much.
Well, you know what? At least to the Insane Clown Posse's credit, at least they asked. They asked how do magnets work.
But no, Scooby-Doo chooses to live in ignorance.
Scooby-Doo isn't as proud as the ICP. They'll ask any question. Like, guys, come on. How do magnets work? And Scooby-Doo's like, I'll be embarrassed. I don't want people to know I don't know that.
I don't know. I don't give a ruck.
Oh.
I imagine that dog with a blog sound like Scooby-Doo, so the secrets behind Ryan O'Revan.
Oh. Roll.
Are we recording this? What's
Ralkaida? Warden?
Iris were ein Raisins.
What really happened at Wergerin Ferguson, but I said it were.
Oh, everyone's like cutting out super staticky, like demonically static, and now it's working.
Route roll.
Yeah, that's what you get for trying to expose the truth with Dog with a Blog. The government takes you out.
Yeah.
They'll JFK your ass.
If magic is all we've ever known, then it's easy to miss what really goes on. But I've seen miracles in every way, and I see miracles every day. Music is a lot like love, it's all a feeling, and it fills the room from the floor to the ceiling. I see miracles all around me, stop and look around, it's all astounding. Water, fire, air, and dirt, fucking magnets, how do they work?
So let's get into the questions. If anybody has a question, be sure to start your question with the word question on it so it's easier to find on the YouTube channel. Yeah. So the first question is by Meta Knight. Question.
Wait, holy shit, we have a question from Meta Knight?
Yeah.
Whoa, Kirby.
It's that guy from Smash Brothers.
I never met a knight before.
Question, who is your favorite Kirby character?
Next question.
Yeah, next question.
Does Kirby count?
Well, I mean, if we say anything else besides Meta Knight, he's gonna kill us and spam attack us.
Oh, then I didn't say Kirby. Cut that out. Damn it. I mean Meta Knight. That's what I meant to say.
Anyway, next question. Baby, oh baby.
I don't know about character, but I just love the game Kirby Air Ride the most.
God damn it. I said next question.
You guys play Kirby Air Ride? I mean, like, there was a racing portion, but also the city trial, and nobody ever played the racing portion. We all just played the city trial, where it was this big city that was very low polygon, and it looked like Star Fox on Super Nintendo. It looked shitty, but we just race around it and try to smash into each other and get as many power-ups before the timer goes out.
Yeah, I used to play free play, and that was kind of boring after.
Yeah, because that's all we cared about, city trial. That's all Kirby Air Ride was to us. Oh, but I don't know. Favorite character, I guess Kawasaki, the chef, because he always fucked everything up.
I like the paintbrush girl from Kirby 64 and 02 because he's epic.
Paintbrush girl?
The painter from Kirby 64.
That was a girl?
Yeah, it was a girl.
I thought it was a guy.
No, it was a girl.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, but you know what bad guy I loved is the final boss to Kirby 64, that white angel thing with the red eye.
Yeah, 02.
Yeah, the bad guys in Kirby 64, it kind of felt like Evangelion angels.
Maybe it was an Evangelion angel and Sakurai's just a huge weeaboo.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of things in Kirby 64 that remind me of Evangelion. Like, there's some very strange villains, and I don't know, there's a pyramid thing that rises from the ground in one of the levels. I don't know. I feel like Evangelion was an inspiration for Kirby 64.
That's cool. So was Star Wars Episode 1, because there's twin sabers. You can get that as a power-up.
Oh yeah, because if you mix like I think lightning and lightning, you get like a dual-wielding saber.
Yeah.
Although my favorite power-up in Kirby 64 was I think it was cut and ice, and you give Kirby roller skates and he would race forward and spin in the air, chopping at everything.
I forgot this combination of powers. I think it was ice, and you can become a refrigerator and you can eat your own entrails.
Yeah, you would shoot out like power-ups as a refrigerator, and you can take it and you eat it, and that powers you up, and it's kind of, yeah, you're basically vomiting and inhaling your own entrails again.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah. Oh, but remember I think it was lightning and fire. Kirby would get like some, I guess, mirror and rub it, like some sandpaper and rub it on his head.
Oh, and then light himself on fire and just run?
He lights himself on fire and he would run forward and kill any enemy in his way.
What a dumbass.
What kind of power-up was that? It was awesome.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but also, I like also Rock and Flight. You remember? He just like transformed into his friends from like Kirby's Superstar
yeah.
Kirby.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember like watching I remember reading Nintendo Power and seeing screenshots to the game, and the screenshots had like DDD and the Painter Girl as their own characters in the level, and I thought, what the fuck? Why can't I play as these characters by themselves? And for the longest time, I just assumed like this was the Japanese version. Like in that version, you could play as those characters, but no, it was just like early, unfinished game design levels.
Mm.
What a lie. Yeah, so that doesn't answer your question whatsoever, but yeah, those are our favorite power-ups, even though you never asked that, Meta Knight.
Don't kill us.
Okay, Sleepy Hobbit asks, question, what is the movie that you fully know is awful, but you love to watch anyway?
Oh, Blindside.
What?
Blindside.
Oh, that movie, the White
I
Savior.
have a weird obsession with Blindside because my parents really liked it for some reason. And then I saw it and I was like, no, Mom and Dad, this is super racist and awful. And then anytime it's on TV, I have to rewatch it and admire not only how horrible it is, but also like how the structure of it is just ridiculously terrible. Like the part where she realizes like, hey, maybe I should say something to my daughter that we have this ridiculously huge guy sleeping on our couch, and I didn't ask her about it. And it's literally just the whole movie just kind of gets to this point, and her friends bring it up. And it doesn't matter. They mention that he's black, but to me, it's like you have this huge guy who you know nothing about living in your house who could literally just beat the shit out of your husband at any time. And you have him living there. Is it comfortable with your teenage daughter? And then she asks her, and she's like, yeah, it's fine. And then the movie moves on. And I was like, that's what? Why would you have that then? Like, oh my God, it is the worst piece of shit.
You're so mad.
If I made a review of that, it would be so long because I would go into like how horrible the structure of Blindside is. And it's like they don't even, most of the movie is about Sandra Bullock and how wonderful of a person she is because she helped this guy out. And it's clear that, anyway, I'm not going to go on, but that's the movie. Anytime it's on, I hate watch it. That's my hate watch movie.
And what movie is this again for?
Blindside.
The Sandra Bullock
sports.
The movie where she takes care of this giant black boy and takes care of her because white people will save us.
Yeah. It's fucking racist as shit. I mean, like, people get upset about Birth of a Nation, but like there's a difference between Birth of a Nation and Blindside. Is that Birth of a Nation you can be like, oh well, they didn't really know the effect film was going to have on people and stuff, but Blindside doesn't have that. Blindside is straight up like the worst piece of race. Yeah, it's the worst piece of white superiority Lifetime movie. It's like, oh my God, it is the worst piece of crap in the world. And like how that thing did. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is an animation podcast. So what?
Jim, this is a question about movies that you know are awful, but you love anyway. You really don't love that movie.
Sorry. I love to watch it and get upset about it. I like anytime I see it's on HBO, I'm like, I'm putting this shit on, and I'll like be cleaning or something, and I'll be like, what the fuck, Sandra? Are you serious? This is anytime I get upset. Sorry. Well, I guess the real answer to that is I love the Fast and the Furious movies, and they're like the dumbest shit in the world. So, okay, sorry.
But if you love Fast and Furious, I recommend watching the movie Torque. It's by the guy Joseph Kahn who did that Grimdark Power Rangers fan film, and it's
I saw that last night, by the way.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it is. I'd support a Kickstarter for that. Fuck.
Yeah,
so good.
At least go on YouTube and look up Torque, worst movie ever. I'll link to it below, and it's magically bad. It goes to anime levels of extreme. But yeah, a movie that I love but everyone else hates is recently The Chappie.
Wait, you like that?
Yeah, like I will acknowledge that movie is there's a lot of flaws and weird things that just don't make sense, and just that ending's like, is this supposed to be a good ending? But I don't know. I just like Chappie's character.
I like The Room. That's an easy answer, but I like The Room.
I think but I think the flaw with Chappie is like, one thing is like, it should never have been rated R. It should have been like a PG-13 movie at least, because there was hardly anything that constituted an R rating besides the swearing and that one kill near the end.
Yeah, it was that movie. I can't talk. I already went off on the blind side. I have to stop.
Yeah, although...
But the blind side, oh my God,
But Chappie, like, it stars these two South African rappers called Die Antwoord, and I was so confused that they're playing basically themselves, and someone described it as a Die Antwoord fan fiction. Because it's them... It has their fashion, they wear the same outfits they wear in their music videos, and I actually like Die Antwoord's music. I don't know, but I think this movie has a lot of personality. It's gonna go down as some weird cult movie years down the line where some people will be dedicated to it.
Yeah.
Those people will have shit taste. Just watch Short Circuit, man, and you'll get the same experience.
Oh, not Short Circuit. They also had gang members.
Los locos kick your ass! Los locos kick your face! Los locos kick your balls into outer space!
I love those guys.
Short Circuit 2 was badass. I love when the robot died. That was really dark.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Short Circuit 2. I love that movie. It has the "We Need a Hero" song. Anytime I heard that as a kid, I'd be like, okay, things got serious because they need a hero.
The one holding out for a hero song, that one?
Remember that from Shrek 2.
Or it's like, they're like, we need a hero. Na, 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 na. And then Short Circuit is on, or Johnny Five is holding onto a helicopter or something. It's been a while. I don't know.
I can't imagine Johnny Five saving anyone.
Hey, whoa. That's like the worst thing you've ever said on this pod. Johnny Five saved America.
You could tip him over and he's done.
No, but he could laser zap you and stuff. Johnny Five is amazing. He can read books, and he's a robot, and he helped out Ali Sheedy.
He believes in God, I think.
I'm still kind of in shock over Jim like screaming about The Blind Side.
Sorry.
Johnny Five sucks dick.
I don't know how that... I just get set off about The Blind Side, and sorry.
What a good
I really love the Wild Wild West with the Will Smith, even though everyone hates it.
Wild West. Yeah, that was awesome.
They had the best rap album, even though it was
Wasn't that what the movie with the giant spider and one of the producers wanted?
Yes.
He had a huge hard-on for getting a mechanical spider in a movie.
Yeah, because originally that producer was going to make a Nicolas Cage Superman movie, and one of its instructions was, there needs to be a giant spider in this film. And that movie never came out, but then years later he produced Wild Wild West, and that movie had a giant spider.
And then he was like standing in like the back of the CG room, and like the CG people just sweat uncomfortably because they could hear him like fapping in the background. He's like, yes, oh, keep going. I love that fucking wireframe. God damn.
Damn, that man has too much money. It was like, I want to see a giant spider. I'm gonna see it.
God damn it.
I saw Wild Wild West in theaters, and I was supposed to go with friends, and they all canceled on me, and I saw it by myself.
Oh, you poor soul.
I remember that was the last drive-in movie I ever saw. And it was a double feature with that and Austin Powers 2.
Oh, actually, you know what movie, the last movie I saw at a drive-in? You're going to kill me for this.
What is it?
Shrek.
This one?
Well, you know about Waffle Shrek.
It was a Shrek and a double feature with that movie Evolution with David Duchovny. Look it up, kids. It's a real movie.
As if anyone remembers that movie. I remember it had a cartoon. I partially remember the cartoon.
Yeah, but that's how I saw Shrek in a drive-in. And then,
hey now, what a concept. I could use a little help myself, and we could all use a little change.
I think Nolan's
We're clicking off the video now, Nolan. Stop it.
You know, you can tell it's a complete Pizza Party podcast since we've done a food fight joke and we've done a Shrek joke.
I'm glad.
You know about Waffle Shrek?
Sorry, I blue screened.
I'm glad drive-in movies are still around, even though I haven't been to one since Austin Powers 2 and Wild Wild West came out.
All I know about Wild
That was really the height of That was the height of culture in '99 when Austin Powers and Wild Wild West. After that, why would you go back?
Yeah. I can't believe Will Smith declined the Matrix for Wild Wild West.
I'm happy he did that because I love Wild West.
Keanu Reeves needs a job.
You know, who would have thought in 2015 I would see an awesome Keanu Reeves movie with John Wick and see a horrible Will Smith movie with Focus.
Oh, yeah.
John Wick is awesome. Check out John Wick. Lots of shots to the head if you're into that.
How the tables have turned. Oh. Today, next question. Morning Donut asks, question, what kind of music do you guys listen when drawing or working on stuff?
I listen to rap.
I actually do
Will
listen
Smith,
to rap.
dog.
I listen to Childish Gambino a lot and a lot of classic rock.
I listen to good old Christian music.
I listen to a lot of ska music, which is like sometimes it's punk rock music with a horn section, other times like reggae mixed with jazz, but other times I listen to like nerd rap, like Adam Warrock, who I just went to a concert to in the basement of a comic book shop.
A basement of a comic book shop?
Yes, it was an experience.
Damn. That's where the Beatles joined together.
Me and Dipper Mabel took a summer vacation to the place where green trees with the rivers and lakes, and it's where tourists come to see mysteries that thrill, all locked up in a shack that we work until our great Uncle Sam has got a plan to make a buck or two, so we sit and wait with our production crew that's Wendy and Seuss and all the local coterie that keeps coming around, 'cause you know that's how these crazy kids get down, but when the sun goes down it's like a whole new town, mysteries abound and just a place to horse around, awkward sibling hugs for the brothers and sisters, do homework, washing dishes, 'cause you know we won't miss it when another episode it hits the television. It's the kind of adventure that's got us hooked in. Tell me, what kind of city do you live in? Bet it's something different than this, it's different than this. From now on, I wanna spend them all, every summer down at Gravity Falls, y'all. I want it all, the mysteries call, every summer down at Gravity Falls, y'all. From now on, I'll never go back, every summer at the Mystery Shack, yo. Matter of fact, I want every summer back, 'cause I wasted every one that wasn't at.
Yeah, but what I listen to is, I'm still obsessed with the soundtrack to Mad World and Anarchy Reigns, and I find any excuse to recommend that to people. Because it's very, very aggressive sounding music, and that's what I listen to when drawing the stupid comic, Loki IRL, if that ever gets done, but I finished
that
a
is.
chunk of it. But I don't know, I need anything that's, it has to be too edgy and extreme and ultra violent. Same with the song to the E3 trailer to Sunset Overdrive, that video game, which I have not played because it's on Xbox One and I don't want to buy that console. Gasoline is that's the title of the song. Gasoline with a Z.
Gasoline.
Because I don't know, I absolutely love the trailer to Sunset Overdrive E3 trailers. I haven't played the game or anything, but I don't know. I desperately want to, and because it has rail grinding and people running on walls, and those two things are the two coolest things ever you can put in anything
for a white boy.
Yeah, look, one day I'm gonna buy some soap shoes and I'm gonna be grinding down rails, and you would be jealous at all the goth girls that would be into me.
I have a feeling like you'll hurt yourself like really badly, like get brain damage.
I think soap shoes aren't being sold anymore.
Yeah.
On eBay, everything's still being sold.
Do you really want to wear someone's used sweaty soap shoes?
If it means I can grind down rails, yeah. Isn't that the dream? It's like living in the early 2000s yet again. But next question. Mitzer Meshi, do you guys hate Hot Topic? I like it, but I do hate how they have merch for every single Disney movie. Yeah, guys, do you guys have anything against Hot Topic?
I like torture cartoon characters.
I haven't been to one.
One at a time.
They torture cartoon characters in a base, and I cannot support that.
Yeah, I mean, someone told me that Hot Topic is essentially Tumblr, the store. It's like, they're right, because there's all these memes and Disney stuff, and I don't know, but I go there for cartoon merch, but there's this one dress that I really want. It's like, I'm gonna wear this dress, and I don't care. And then I see it's $40. It's like, no, never mind. I guess not. This black and red goth sailor dress. I need that for myself.
I haven't been to one in like 10 years because there's none in New York.
Go there, Jim. People probably.
None in New York.
I mean, there's one in like I heard there was one deep in Queens, but I'm not even close to where that is. And I mean, it's kind of. I used to go there a long time ago, but it's not. I don't know. It's not my thing. I think. I've bought. I have shirts still though from Hot Topic.
That's where I get my wardrobe. It's really sad. Oh, all my Invader Zim t-shirts. I gotta pretend it's still the early 2000s.
Actually, that was mainly what they sold me.
Okay, Reaper of Asia asks, question, have you ever met an undesirable weeaboo? If so, how did you react to them?
I think I saw someone with a My Little Pony like hoodie. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess so.
It was kind of grossed out, to be honest. But
what's a weeaboo? I don't know
anime
what that
fans,
is.
like super clingy anime fans.
And they're always talking about how Japan and anime are superior, even though they're
sometimes
not Japanese.
They sometimes denounce their own culture and claim they're going to be a mangaka and move to Japan.
I remember I went to high school with people saying how great Japan was, even though they'd never been there. Oh, I think I was one of those people too.
I've definitely met. I don't know. I haven't met too many.
Weeaboo
like
time.
That, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, they enjoy themselves. That's cool. They're not hurting anyone mostly, as long as they're not like, I don't know, stalking people or whatever.
I've never met like cartoonishly bad weeaboos, but I've known some very loud kids who have.
I'm gonna kick Reynaldo's ass in Steven Universe. That guy's going down.
I had nothing to do with anything.
And you just hate him because he reminds you of yourself.
He must be destroyed. Fuck you, Reynaldo.
Have you ever met a guy just dressed up as Naruto, screaming "Believe it" at the top of their lungs?
Look, didn't we all at least at one point owned a Naruto headband?
Yes.
I didn't. I will. No, I never did that.
I did.
I'm being truthful, I never did. What happened if someone, a weeaboo, followed you home, Pan, and just slept in your bed?
I'll just escape with my soap shoes and grind down a rail, and he'll never catch me.
Escape.
Well, it's like you can't catch me, senpai.
Although I've seen videos of people with soap shoes. You don't really skate down that fast on soap shoes, which is kind of disappointing looking.
Oh.
Like, I want to grind down rails like in the Scott Pilgrim movie with Wolverine's character, that guy. Like, I want sparks to come out when I'm grinding down rails. That needs to happen.
Oh, Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans. Oh wait, whoops, it was Chris Evans, not Wolverine. Wrong Marvel person. Whoops.
Wait, no, I thought it was Sabretooth.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, Chris Evans and Scott Pilgrim when he grinded out the skate park.
And then he exploded.
Fuck yeah. What a
I
great
never,
movie.
No, and then he goes, I never got his autograph.
Yeah.
That movie is a miracle.
That movie's amazing.
Chris Evans.
I love how he just killed those guys by insulting their hair.
Oh yeah. One day.
Your hair is stupid.
Yeah, we're never gonna get another movie like that ever again.
Probably not.
So, we're gonna get Avengers. All right?
Yeah.
That's all we're gonna get.
Yeah, we need there needs to be more hyper stylized live action movies in that style.
Mm-hmm.
But there just aren't any.
Well, it's because people get them until later when they're on DVD or something.
Yeah, because your average person is like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Let's go watch the next Fast and Furious instead.
Hey, I like those movies.
Oh no.
I'm so excited for Furious 7 this week, you have no idea.
The titles, like, they can't even pick a consistent, like, movie title.
Well, you know what's funny? The Fast and Furious 6 was actually originally called Furious 6.
Oh, like, okay, the first one was called Fast and Furious, second one...
No, the first one's called The Fast and the Furious. The second one's Too Fast and Furious. The third one's Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, which, by the way, in the chronological order of the Fast and Furious franchise, actually takes place after 6. And then you have just Fast and Furious, which actually takes place after Too Fast, Too Furious. And then you have Fast 5, and then Fast 6 and Tokyo Drift, and Furious 7.
Damn, Jim is caught up in the canon of...
What are they gonna call Furious? Is this gonna call it Furious 8? That doesn't sound that good.
I don't know if they... Because every movie's Fast 5 and Fast and Furious 6, they keep going like, this is the last time. And they do it like every movie. It's like, how many last times? Because they keep saying one last ride. I don't know. Anyway.
One last ride. One last ride. One last, finally, last ride.
Are they gonna go on without
Yeah,
guy?
they will.
Yeah, if
Paul
it makes
Walker.
money, yeah.
I mean,
Paul Walker.
I Paul Walker is not a good actor, but you kind of need him to play off of Vin Diesel. But they can just get another bland white guy. There's like a million bland white guys, so you know they could ask me. I'll do it.
Yeah. He knows his shit about Fast and Furious
7.
I'll be like, guys, we have to stop shooting. I have to do the Pizza Party podcast.
They do it right there in front of everyone.
The Rock
yelling in the background,
and then he drives over to Pan's house to record.
The Rock would be all upset that I won't talk to Pan about getting him on the podcast. I'll be like, look, you have to talk to Pan. He goes, no, Jim, you have an in with Pan. Talk to Pan for me. Go, look, I did it for Vin Diesel. I'm not doing it for you too, The Rock. Come on.
And then I can be in the Fast and Furious movies. I can get my Razor scooter and I can race alongside them. It'll work.
Well, knowing Vin Diesel, you'd probably get into the new Riddick movie. So
yeah, I was in the new Riddick movie. Did you see that?
Because you know he owns the rights to the Riddick character. Do you know how he did that?
How?
So at the end of Tokyo Drift, this is like, I know too much about Fast and Furious. At the end of Tokyo Drift, the Tokyo Drift wasn't doing well in test screening, so they made a part where Vin Diesel shows up at the end, and he was like, okay, I'll show up at the end, but I don't want to be paid. I just want all the rights to the Riddick character. And by the way, this is after Chronicles of Riddick came out and bombed tremendously, and the studio was like, sure, whatever, Vin Diesel, fine, you can have the rights to Riddick. And so he himself owns the rights to the Riddick character.
He stopped them from making sequels.
Well, no, so that's how he made Riddick recently, is because he owns the rights to it. So he went to a different studio and got it done. So you could say smart move or dumb move. It's up to you. It's up to you, kids.
That was
we're gonna give it to you anyway, but here you go. Whatever.
Yeah, they're kind of like, it's not like we were using it, so fine. It's like I don't know. I just think that's ridiculous. Vin Diesel likes Riddick so much; he's the reason it keeps going.
Next time he's just gonna be like, "Now I want the rights to Iron Giant back."
No. Oh, you know what? Actually, cool little fact about Vin Diesel doing Guardians of the Galaxy. He recorded I Am Groot in like 50 different languages.
Yeah.
Because all he has to say is I am Groot. So he just learned it in like Russian and Spanish and like all these different. So it's like, what would it be in Spanish? Like Yo soy Groot?
Soy Groot.
Soy
Groot.
Hola. Yo soy Groot.
Just to put that into perspective, he had to say the line I am Groot in 50 different languages.
I don't know if it was 50, but he did do it in a bunch. He did do it in a bunch.
About 10, that's 10 plus deliveries in the movie itself, because he says the line like about 10, 20 times maybe.
Yeah.
And so that's probably over maybe thousands of times.
Yeah.
And that's not counting retakes, because
so did he do the most work in the movie or what?
I mean, look, I don't think Vin Diesel's a good actor, but he sounds like a cool guy. That he like does weird shit like that. You're like, Vin, what are you? All right, Vin Diesel, whatever.
He's just happy to be there.
At this point, he's like, man, after Triple X flopped, I thought it was over, but like, I'm still here. This is crazy, right?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. This is like so unanimation.
The Vin Diesel podcast.
Yeah, I guess
the Diesel cast. The Diesel cast.
I guess this is the end of the podcast. Tune in next week where we'll have Vin Diesel as a guest star.
Tune in next week while we jump over a shark.
We promised we wouldn't put a firework under a Fast and Furious 3 DVD if he showed up. So yeah,
we promised we wouldn't cut the brake fluid in his car.
No, I'm not. No. No.
Oh no, never have anyone on podcast. Good job.
No, we're not putting that in. I'm cutting that joke out.
That joke was too fast and too furious.
Fuck you. You're gonna get me Furious 7.
Furious 7 now in theaters.
You catch my Tokyo Drift.
Ooh, that was good. That was good, Pam.
Fuck everything.
I don't have any good thing.
We're out of punts.
Did you catch my Tokyo Drift? I'm using that somewhere. You know, I made a Tokyo Drift review, and I wish I had shot it later because I would have so put that in. Damn it! You catch my? I'm so using that in real life, in IRL.
We need more Fast and Furious sequels with stupid names just so we can use them as puns.
That's the whole point of the series now.
Yeah, that's all it can do.
Hopefully Vin Diesel will buy the rights to Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of the podcast. I'm Pan Pizza.
I'm Jim.
I'm Nolan.
Norbert.
Yeah, bye everyone.